Welcome to Film, where we break down films in the way anyone can enjoy.
Enjoy.
Whether you're new to movies or a seasoned fan, you're in the right place. To my left, I got my boy, Isaiah Aramia, a.k.a. ZDB.
The man, the myth, the legend, ready to talk about movies, TV shows, just everything. Just everything in general. It's gonna be a great day. I'm feeling good. We haven't filmed in a couple weeks, right? It's been a minute. We've been on a break. You know, like I got weddings. I got graduations. I got work.
Yeah.
But now we're back and filming, and we're on a more consistent schedule now that like things have opened up.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, God willing.
Oh man.
But
it's been a busy couple weeks, man.
I know you guys missed us. Actually, they probably didn't. Want to know why?
Sweet talking to the camera.
I am sweet talking to the camera.
You're putting Riz on
Dude,
you guys.
I'm always
real quick.
risen, bro. Look. You guys probably didn't miss us because realistically, the content production, Mr. Tyler himself, has been kind of just like
Oh yeah. He's been going
cranking
in.
it, you know?
He's been going.
He's been cranking it. There's so much stuff coming out. So when you're on film, you never miss anything because we hit everything. We're always producing content. We're here. Phil, let's just get into the podcast before I keep just talking.
Well, also, it was a good week because I got to secure some tickets for Superman.
Yeah.
I got to secure some
cool.
early screening tickets, and I'm sorry, man.
I don't even care.
I'm sorry, bro.
No,
I'm sorry.
Look,
I wanted you to be there. I wanted you to be sitting next to me while we react to this movie.
I know. And it's not on you, right? You and Tyler, you guys were like, hey, Isaiah, like, we're going to get on this. I was like, guys, I can't do it. I'm going to be gone that week.
Dang it.
So
July
it's
8th?
just like, yeah. I come back 11th. So I come back the day it comes out. So I'll just watch it once I'm off that bus. But, yeah, rough. But I'm so happy for you guys because you guys are going to have literally the time of your life. It's going to be the best movie on planet Earth.
I hope it is, man. I hope it is. But, bro, getting those tickets.
I heard the site crashed, right?
Bro, the site crashed so many times, but I was lucky that the theater I was trying to get tickets for wasn't packed. I was looking at everybody else, and, like, theater was getting, like, everything was getting sold out quick.
Dude.
Like, everything. But the theater I was going for, not a lot of people know about it, so thank God for that.
Jeez, dude.
Crazy.
Crazy for a movie. We're crashing websites now, too.
Yeah.
What is this?
Well, that was, remember Spider-Man No Way Home? That was
Yeah,
getting
you know, I
crashed,
heard
too.
about it. Harkins didn't have a problem because it's like not. Harkins is not a big chain theater.
Yeah, but
I was chilling.
I can get my ticket for
Dude,
Spider-Man.
I hopped on there, I bought it, and was like, all right, I'm good. Like that's it. Like it was like sick, we're secured.
Bro, I was fighting for my stinging spot to get that ticket, bro. Like every second, like I was playing 2K and waiting on it,
Dude,
bro.
why did that play? Sorry.
No, you're good. It's a sign.
Yeah, it's a sign.
It's a sign. Final Destination. I'm just playing now. No, I'm playing. But yeah, like I'm just glad I got the tickets. I'm glad we're gonna be able to watch it because I leave for camp on the 11th. I'm helping for my internship. But yeah, I'm just excited like that I got the tickets and I can see it early.
Perfect.
But yeah, what have you been watching?
What have I been
ZDB?
watching? Oh my gosh. Watching a lot. We're going to talk about The Last of Us Season 2 in a bit. But first, things I've been watching really fast. Back on the Kaiju number 8 grind, right? Kaiju number 8. Pretty good. It's finally growing on me.
Okay.
I wasn't like, I'm on episode 4 or 5, which didn't take super long to grow on me. But like, I was kind of worried that this was just going to be like, whatever. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll sit and watch it. And it still is that. It's still like, I'll sit and watch it. But like, I'm actually like, oh, this is really good.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
think it's a little basic. Like, it's pretty like, by the books, like, this is like
Like
anime
kind
or
of
whatever.
Attack on Titan type vibes.
No, not even like that. Like,
Well,
it's
like,
like,
even
it's,
the-
it's similar and like,
Yeah.
but like, Attack on Titan is like different, you know. Attack on Titan has a lot to say about this.
Yeah.
Like Attack on Titan, I feel like is deep.
Oh,
Kaiju
yeah.
number 8 is not deep. It's
Yeah.
very much like this old dude. He can turn into a kaiju, and that's it. You know, that's the show.
It's like a chill Attack on Titan.
It's very easy to watch, and I think that's why I like it so much. It's just very comfortable. I can kind of sit back, watch it at work, watch it at home, and like pop on an episode really fast and like call it. It's really nice. I'm probably gonna finish it this weekend. I'm gone, so I should have time. I'll probably watch it on the plane or something. But watching that, more importantly, I have to give a shout out. All right, I gotta rep something I love.
Okay.
You guys know I love sitcoms. I love people and shows. I like people in shows, right? Who doesn't like people in shows?
Yeah.
More importantly, I like adults.
Okay. Oh, I've been seeing promotions.
Specifically, the TV show Adults on FX, Hulu. It's fantastic, Phil. It's so good. I watched all of it. I caught up. Yeah, it's only 8 episodes, which kind of sucks. I'm hoping, since this is the first season, they're like, season 2, like, let's do 12. Let's do the normal 24. I'm assuming 12 because I don't think we usually do 24 anymore. But 12 would be ideal for, I feel like, a sitcom. Like,
Oh,
it just
yeah.
works
If
better
it's
than
good.
It works better than 8. This show is hilarious. I haven't seen a cast with this much chemistry in like a fat minute, like immediate chemistry. Like from the pilot, I'm like, oh, these dudes, like I think they're all friends. Like it seems like they all really like each other. Each episode is hilarious. It's a lot more. I feel like normal sitcoms are a lot more like light, and it's like, oh no, like I have to do 2 dates at once, you know, like that, like basic, like generic, whatever. The show is a lot more edgy. I think is like the best word. Like things a lot more of the situations are a lot more serious or involve like drugs or like things like that.
Yeah.
So like be ready for a more mature sitcom, but it's a really good mature sitcom. It's hilarious. Like I was like crying laughing. I watched like 2 episodes in my car because I had to like wait for something, so I was like, perfect, I could just watch adults. It's literally been such a joy watching it, and FX hasn't confirmed season 2 yet. So this is me like talking to you, Hulu, and saying like, what are we doing? Nick Kroll, let's just you just got done with Big Mouth, let's keep the ball rolling and let's confirm season 2, please. Man. Because this show's great. I need to see that cast. I need to see where the storylines are going. This show has so much potential, and it's nice to see a sitcom have immediate potential. Because usually, like, these shows need a build. It takes, like, a couple seasons. No, dude, immediately I was like, oh, this is freaking, like, this is hilarious, and these characters are so interesting, and there's so much growth that can happen, but also, like, you're never going to, like, take away those, like, stupid situations they get in. I don't know. I just feel like it's a really good show. I think if I had to rank it, like, rate it right now, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It's good. I really like it. I don't want to like push the 8, push the 9, push the 10 or whatever because it's only first season. There's only 8 episodes, 20-minute episodes. So it's really short. You could finish it in one sitting. But for what it is, I was actually super surprised. Super surprised. I was expecting something okay, and I got something I was like, dude, I freaking really like this. Like, this is so good. But yeah, that's kind of it. I'm trying to think. Have I watched? Well, we're going to talk about a movie later. Yeah. That's it. Watch Adults, please. It's so good.
I'm going to check it out for sure. I've been seeing a lot of promotion for it. Did you want to say anything else?
I think the last thing I'll just say, because I just thought about it right now, I feel like the best way I can describe this is Friends, but more adult. More edgy Friends.
But more adult.
It's a more edgy Friends.
That.
That's what it feels like. It's a more edgy Friends. And I think...
only seen 3 episodes of Friends.
I've never seen an episode of Friends, but from what I understand, I'm pretty sure the show isn't as edgy as the show. Like, I hate using the word edgy; it sounds cringe, but like, it's kind of what it is. You watch the first episode and you'll understand. Like, they were making jokes I was not ready for anyone to make. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, whoa, that's a little much.
I'll check it out.
You should.
I'll check it out.
Phil, what have you been watching?
Bro, I've been watching a lot. So,
a lot.
Before we get into TLOU, because I finished that, which is The Last of Us, just to let you know. I watched this show. I'm just going to list them out first. So I watched Bets on Netflix.
Nice.
I finally finished You Season 5.
Oh, nice.
Thank God. Stinkin' Joe, thank you. He's just...
Oh, I know who he is.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with you.
I can't stand that guy. Love, Death and Robots Season 4.
Nice.
And then I started Ginny and Georgia Season 3.
So you're actually watching Ginny and Georgia?
Yeah, I like Ginny and Georgia.
You like Ginny and Georgia, really?
What's wrong with Ginny and Georgia?
That show is so funny, bro. I can't take it seriously.
Ginny and Georgia.
Okay, here's the thing. I only get clips. And the clips are so bad.
Yeah.
The clips are so bad, dude. I can't. Hey, you have something on your shirt.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good, dude. That show is... like, I can't. It's rough. It's rough.
The reason why I like that show so much is just mainly for the mom. I love the mom. Because the reason why I like it is because for her, she will do anything to protect her kids. Anything. And you can see how much she loves her kids, and I also love her personality. She's very, like, resourceful mixed with, like, what's the word? Extroverted, and she's always like talking to people, always like scheming and stuff, but she is always doing that for the betterment of her family. And I love that. Like, she will always do anything to protect her family and also survive for her family. And I love that.
Yeah.
Like, with the kids, the only reason why they don't annoy me fully is because I appreciate how, like, they're not like 30-year-olds playing like 15-year-olds. They actually seem like they're kids playing Gen Z kids.
How old is Ginny?
I think she's probably like, if anything, she's probably 19 or 20 in real life. But she doesn't seem like
I actually don't think so. I think she's significantly older.
Oh, you think like 25 or something?
Yeah.
One sec.
Dude, there's no way she's my age, bro.
But going on, I just appreciate how this show actually like plays like the roles that people are playing are their roles. Like they don't go an extra mile. Like the way she like don't get me wrong, the way Jenny
She's 28.
She's 28.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's no way she's a high schooler, bro.
Holy crap. Well, you know what? For her, well, actually, no.
But she does look. She looks younger.
She looks young, bro.
She looks younger. But I've seen like, what are they? What is she in that show? Is she a sophomore, junior?
I think she's a sophomore. Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, sophomores don't look like that. Like, there's no way. Like, that is not real.
You talking about the little black girl?
Yeah.
Okay, in that picture, she does look a little older.
Yeah, she's 28, bro.
But like, I don't know. I think that with the rest of the actors and the way they play these characters, because I guess now that scares me for the rest of their ages, but they actually seem like Gen Z high school kids. They actually seem like they are young and that they do stupid things because they annoy the crap out of me. Like a lot of times, like Jenny, she has so many. I understand that what she's gone through, and that's what I appreciate. The storyline of how she has a white mom and from a black dad, and she struggled with like her own like personality of like whether she is like if she is black or if she's just her own person. And I appreciate that, but I understand that how she can struggle with that and that causes distractions. But don't get me wrong, she gets me like pissed off when she like complains about the stuff she has and the stuff she doesn't and like what she struggles with. But that's just because she has like mental health issues like everybody else in the show. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that they show that. But you know, my favorite character is Georgia. Like, she is the one that I'm definitely watching the show for, along with some of the adults.
I think that's why a lot of people watch the show. Yeah. I think everyone I've ever talked to about the show, it's like, oh yeah, the high school stuff is cringe, but like, the Georgia stuff is really like,
that's high school.
It's really good. Yeah,
we're older. It's gonna be cringe to us.
Oh my gosh, it's rough, dude.
I've seen just like All American.
Dude, I've seen the clip of the guy tap dancing, and I can't.
Oh yeah, a lot of those scenes. I'm like, you know what? I don't know. Some of the scenes that play out.
It's funny, bro. Dude,
I just like how they show us.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's valid. Yeah. I just like. I think for me now, if I wanted to watch it, I'm so in on the clips.
Yeah.
That like I can't. Like it's literally be like I'm gonna see a clip. I would be like, oh, that's the thing. That's so funny. Like I just can't take the show seriously because some of the writing, bro, is like it's cringe. Bad. It's bad. Oh, like there's an entire argument. You remember the I think the character calls it the Oppression Olympics, that conversation.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
That conversation is rough. Who wrote that? Like, come on, dude. Like, I don't even have full context. So maybe with context, it's like powerful.
I gotta remember what you were saying. I gotta remember that conversation again.
It's the one I remember it like very vividly because I always get the clip. It's where like Ginny and this Asian dude are arguing. Yeah. And she's like, I'm more Asian than you are. And then he's like, I've never seen you pound back jerk chicken. Oh. Brody can twerk better than you.
Oh, was that? I remember that part. I remember that. Was that the part where, like, because isn't that her boyfriend or something?
I don't know. I literally had
He had a ponytail?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her boyfriend in the show.
Dude.
And I guess they had a moment. I forgot. I think that was season 2.
Oh, my gosh.
Or season 1. But they went back and forth. And I was just like, I think just because of the situations that came out of it, or that were leading up to it, I guess it was like...
It like blended a little bit better?
It blended a little bit better, but yeah, when I was hearing it, I was like, okay, I feel like y'all should be a little bit more
Dude,
like
that was bad.
This is kind of like,
What? Literally? What? It's so bad, bro. Like, I can't.
Yeah, that whole thing was kind of, yeah. I didn't like that, but I don't know. I like the show.
No, honestly, respect. And look, watch what you want to watch. You know, like I don't judge, bro. But I like it. I will make fun of it because it's funny.
I like it. I just like Georgia.
What about You season 5? How'd you think of the ending?
Thank God. You've seen You?
Nope. But
thank God.
Everyone in my house has.
Oh man, like
I think I would be obsessed with it. I think there's a chance I'd love it. But I like weird people.
Oh man. So when I first heard about You, and this was through like everybody else, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Cardi B because I thought it was really cool that because she's like the biggest fan, I guess, of You, and she got a cameo kind of like she was a Twitter post in the show in season 5, and I thought that was really cool because I guess there was this huge thing that happened where like everybody thought the guy who played Joe Goldberg and Cardi B were having an affair because like they would like say some flirty things or something.
Yeah.
like in person, but it was really just a joke because like he found out that she really loved the show and they were just going back and forth. But I love how they put that little cameo in there because if like speaking to the fans. But if you don't know, it's about this guy who I guess is a very huge romantic who was a serial killer. And it's very creepy to watch. I'm a huge guy on like I need to finish some stuff, and I know before I was saying I probably can't finish Big Mouth, but I'm going to finish it. It's just going to take me a while. It's just hard to watch, but I just need to finish shows. So when I was watching this, from season 1 to season 5, I was like, I hope this guy gets caught. I hope he goes into solitary confinement. I hope he goes into the deepest, darkest hole possible, bro. Because I do not like. And then there were some people going like, you just don't understand Joe. I'm like, the fact that you're trying to understand them scares me.
I don't think you're supposed to defend him.
No. He is a terrible person. And like everybody's like, yeah, but you don't understand him. I'm like, I understand that he's killing women and men and everybody. He's killing people. And he loves it. That's the problem. And everybody's like, yeah, but you. I'm like, there's no this, there's no that.
But
He's terrible. He's terrible. And so when season 5 was coming around, everybody's like, oh, but I'm like, I don't feel bad. I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
Every character that was like getting after him, doing this, doing that, I was like, yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Figure it out.
I know a lot of people had a problem with the ending. I think it sounded like it just didn't end how people wanted it to end. Like it was, I don't know how it ends. We'll spoil it. I kind of want to spoil it because I'm kind of curious.
Okay.
I'm assuming he gets caught. He goes to prison.
Yes.
So that's how it ends.
Yes.
Okay.
Spoilers. Again.
So a lot of people had problems with that because I think a lot of them wanted him to get away with it.
No.
And yeah, I kind of agree with you because... Sorry. I agree with you because I think he needs to get caught because doesn't every other season just end with him not getting caught? So what?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so like why would that not be how the show ends, guys?
But that's what scares me because I think at the end of the show, that's what I like because I think that's what they were trying to show because you haven't seen it, right?
I have not seen
Do you mind if I spoil something?
I literally don't care. I probably won't watch it.
Okay, at the end of the show, and this is what I've been waiting on. Kinda. So he's in the prison cell. He's just there complaining, I'm a victim, yeah, like nobody will ever love me, the loneliness is sad. But then all of a sudden a letter comes in, and it's from a fan. And instantly I get the like hibba-juice because I'm like, how could you be a fan of this guy? Like, and then he's reading the letter, and he's like, the final things he kind of says is, maybe the world shouldn't even be afraid of me. Maybe it's just you. Because he was like complaining about how like they shouldn't even be mad at me. They should be like worried about these fans of me because why would you ever be a fan of me? And he's like the final words he says is like, maybe they should be worried about you, and then boom, it ends. And I was like, hey.
Oh, so that's why people didn't like it because you're like, why are you hating on me? What did I do? That's
exactly.
crazy.
And I was like, hey,
what a swing.
I ain't no fan, so I'm good, bro. I am just glad that you are in prison. There's no chance of you coming out. Unless I could definitely. I hate you. I'm playing, but you.
Can you give me your best Joe monologue? Yeah, you know he talks in his head and he's like,
gosh.
Can you do it?
I entice you. I love you. Yeah. It made me cringe every time he was like, every season, I was like, this guy is so insane. Yeah. And you know what the even worst part of season 5 was? So this is what annoyed me. He had a woman who understood what he did, and he still hid some things from her. But he had a woman that he was with for 3 years, took care of his kid that came in. She did everything for him. And then for some reason, he still finds a way to fall in love with another person. And I was just like, I don't feel bad for you at all, bro. I really don't. Like, this woman did everything for you, and you cheat on her. And now it's like, oh, yeah. Like, his brain is so messed up. And I understand that the show is probably going to be like, well, that's what we wanted you to see. But I don't like the whole glorifying serial killers, glorifying this, glorifying that type of trope. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I'm not with that. If you guys mess with that, but like you do you, but
so you don't rock with Homelander?
No.
Yeah, no.
1,000%. I don't.
He's the good guy.
I think he's a good villain, but I hate him.
Fantastic. He's a fantastic villain. I love watching him. But yeah.
I love his dialogue all the time. But like with Joe, like just overall, he is an insane person. I'm not knocking the actor. The actor did a very good job to portray him, but that character, never gonna root for him. Never. Even when he was going through certain situations, I was like, hey, if you die, man, I'm not even gonna be mad.
he was the runner-up to be Mr. Fantastic.
I actually would have liked him as Mr. Fantastic.
That'd been pretty cool. That'd been like a weird shift probably for a lot of people.
He would have done a good Mr. Fantastic. Like if you heard his like dialogue when he was like doing his thing, like as Joe, he would have been like, I could see you being Ray Richards. I could see you. But yeah, like I'm just glad you's done.
Anything else you want to add? Any?
Nah, I don't want to go too much into the rest of the stuff. I feel like I've been talking for a while about it. So.
Yeah, you're going in. Okay. I do want to talk about TLOU too, though. Because we have some thoughts. All right, Phil. Let's just both give our immediate rankings on TLOU season 2.
Okay.
Let's just shoot for a number.
Immediate rankings like season 1 and
like no, or season 2 only out of 10. What do you think?
Okay, out of 10.
Hit me with yours, please.
This was tough because I'm between a 5 or 6.
Perfect, yeah.
I think episodes 1 and 2 I loved. I was like, okay, I'm back in, and then episode 2 was so good, but then it fell off like very big for me. So you know what? I might have to give it a 5. I might. I'm leaning towards a high 5, like a 5.7 or a 5.8, only because I did love the way they showed Seattle. I loved the sets. I loved how everything looked. It looked almost exactly like the video game. But certain situations were changed, and a lot of it didn't mesh well with me.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't match the flow of what was going on at the start. Or even, I understand that it shouldn't be just like the game, but I feel like the feeling and story of the game should be the same.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like that it should be the same, because that's the most important thing. The dialogue in the game, and also the I guess the humanity that we get from it. And I don't feel like we got that in season 2. I feel like it was more of like a soap opera or something.
Whoa. I like that. That's a great comparison.
It just felt like a soap opera more than like...
It didn't feel real.
It didn't feel real.
It felt like a script.
Yeah.
Which is a problem. Yeah.
Compared to season 1 where it was like, oh no, it felt all natural. To me.
Yeah. So, this is mine. My ranking for Last of Us season 2, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10.
Damn.
I didn't like it.
Whoa.
Like, honestly, I'm very upset. I mean, we talked about it before the show came out. Like, I love The Last of Us season 2. I mean, I love The Last of Us Part 2, the game, and all of its flaws and all of its problems. I think that game is excellent because of the swings it takes. That game is so controversial. That game is so dangerous. That game shouldn't even... When Neil Druckmann wrote that script and showed it to Sony, they should have said no. Like, realistically, they should... Like, any corporate person would have been like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. That's crazy. And they said yes. And Neil Druckmann freaking killed it. He's unwavering. Yeah. He said, this is what I want to write. This is the story. This is what it's about. And this is the only thing it is. It is not going to change. So, come to season 2 of the show. It's mainly Craig Mazin writing it. I know Neil Druckmann also writes. Yeah. But a lot of the direction is Craig Mazin. That was lost here. It feels very safe. A lot of the decisions that they change are made to make Ellie look better. Yeah. And I don't like that. That is a massive problem. Yeah. Because that completely takes away some of the stuff that'll happen later. Yeah. And my feelings won't change properly. Yeah. I just think, like, why... The show got too caught up in, like, the fandom, I think, which is something I feel like the game never did, weirdly enough. Like, it's like, oh, like, they love Ellie and Joel. They want them to be together forever. And thank God they didn't change that. Yeah. Excuse me. But they did change the way Ellie grows. Yeah. And that's a problem. Like, that, again, completely destroys the crutch of the story. Yeah. That's what Neil Druckmann wrote. He wants Ellie to not be likable. Or at least be questionable. Yeah. We want to be sitting there and being like...
Wait.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a perfect storm of the way, like, the feelings should work. Yeah. It should work. It's not going to work for everyone, but the way it should work is it happens, and you're like, oh, yeah, like, I hate Abby so much. And then it's like, you go on your journey with Ellie, and it's like, yeah, get him. Yeah, get him. And then, all right. Yeah. Like, hold on. Okay, I don't know. Yeah. And this show did an awful job at that, I think. It took out one of the characters that they kill in Seattle from the game. I forgot his name, but it's an early character. That's like, it's a pretty brutal kill, but it's all in self-defense. So it's like, you get your get back, but also it's like, okay, Ellie, you're fine. Like, you were justified. He was going to kill you. After that, every time she goes to kill one of the people from Jackson, it feels they cut it early. They
Yep.
don't let you sit in it.
Yep.
Or they like make it a little lighter so it's not as serious. I'm gonna go
Exactly.
full spoilers here because the show's been out for a minute.
No, it has to be spoilers at this point.
I want to talk about Nora really fast.
Yeah.
That scene is pretty well done visually and acting. I think Ashley Johnson is just way better, but that's just like a hard to compare to. It's very hard to compare to. No shade to Bella Ramsey. I think I defended her early because people were making fun of how she looks.
Yeah.
But I do think she does lack the intensity that I think Ellie needed. I can't take her as seriously as I can take Ashley Johnson's Ellie.
Yeah.
I don't think she has like that voice for it. Like
Yeah.
that intimidating voice. No offense to you. Like I'm just gonna say how I feel. Like I don't think you're intimidating the same way I don't think I'm intimidating. Like I couldn't play Ellie. If I was a woman, I couldn't play Ellie. You know, like I'm not scary, and I don't think Bella Ramsey's that scary. And Ellie needs to be scary in this case. She needs to seem like a force to be reckoned with. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel that. And even when there's an opportunity to do that, you don't sit in the kill with Nora long enough. It's cut very short.
It really
In the
was.
game, you are pressing the button and you hear the crying and the like it's hard to play. It's very hard to play. In this, like if I'm remembering correctly, it's like the hit and then it cuts and
Yeah.
it's the end of the episode and I'm like, what? Like what do you mean? Like this is a crucial point. This is the point where I'm like, I don't know about all this.
Yeah.
Like this is too much. But I don't feel that. Like I'm just like, oh, okay, like I guess we don't want to show it. I guess we don't want to show this very integral scene because we want to make Ellie seem like we want to be safe.
We want to be like, yeah, get your get back, but we don't see her change.
We want her to get her get back, but we want to watch her
Yeah.
murder.
Yeah.
Because when we see a character we love murder, that's when we can start questioning, hey, maybe what you're doing isn't right.
Yeah.
This is a little much. She was done. She was beaten, but you took it to a different level. You didn't. This wasn't self-defense. You murdered her. You don't sit with that long enough. You don't get to live in that because when you live in it, that's when it becomes real. This, it didn't feel real because it just cuts.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, we're in a TV show. I didn't like that. Like,
Yeah.
that's bad.
I feel like what you said about like bringing up that word feelings, I think that's the thing that confused us. Like the feelings were off.
It's mixed.
It's mixed. Like I feel like they're giving us a new type of way of experiencing this, and we definitely don't like it because it's off.
Yeah.
But my bad, I just wanted to put.
I
that
was
in
going
real
to keep
quick.
going. Feel free to jump in because you know me. I can rant.
It's okay.
I want to jump now to... I'm going to kind of jump to the deaths because it's important to me.
Yeah.
Mel and Owen.
No, I don't remember that.
Pregnant lady.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
rough. Completely butchered. Again, completely butchered that. Why isn't Ellie stabbing Mel? I'm sorry. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm messed up in the head. But that scene is so good. It's so sad. It's scary. Like, it's like, dude, oh my gosh. Like, this is too far. But instead, like, you get this, like, scene where it plays out very similarly. Where Owen goes to attack. She shoots.
Yeah.
But in this case, the bullet also hits Mel.
Yeah,
So she
nicks
doesn't.
her.
Yeah. So she doesn't actually have to like do it. That's weird. Like that sucks.
Yeah.
And it's like you see that she shows that she's pregnant, and then she drops the fork and she's like, "Help me!" Like this, and that. And it's like
Save
it's
the baby.
It's played off for like a drama, but I don't know. This just like doesn't hit for me.
Yeah.
And like, look, I don't think that scene, like that particular part, is a problem because I think that does make what she did a lot more heavy. But I think Ellie not actively choosing to kill her is
Yeah.
a problem.
That is
Like,
true.
In the game, it's Mel jumps her
Yeah.
and then she gets her on the floor and
And
stabs her
then
in the neck.
stabs her, yeah.
But that's a choice. Like you didn't have to stab her in the neck. You could have like dropped her down, shot her in the arm, done something else.
Yeah.
You could have like you didn't have to freaking murder her. But that's a choice. And then she finds out she's pregnant and she freaking like and also that scene is so powerful in the game where she's like on the floor like the ears are ringing
Yeah.
and she's like hyperventilating.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that. Like I didn't feel that intensity here. It just
It feels like an accident.
it felt like an accident, and it comes to Bella Ramsey's performance. I hate hating because I know a lot of people are, but like I have to say it, like it wasn't good. I didn't feel it. Like I didn't feel like you actually murdered someone because technically you didn't. It was on accident. Like I didn't like that they made it an accident. I think
Yeah, I was gonna say she did murder her, but it was an accident.
It was an
compared to,
accident.
like,
but like
a choice.
I guess like I meant like murder as in the choice of murder.
Yeah.
Like you are choosing to murder someone. There's a different term when you accidentally kill someone.
Exactly.
But I just, again, that comes to the problem of them playing it too safe. And I don't think you should be playing it safe right now. Because then, let's not even get on the ending of the entire season, which is exactly how I thought the ending was going to be. But I was like, I really hope they don't do that. Because that's going to play so bad on TV.
Yeah.
With
And they already confirmed that
season 3 is going to be all.
it's going to be Abby.
Good.
That's the main character.
That's what it should be. Like, technically, like, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think that ending is smooth at all. It's not a smooth transition because The Last of Us Part 2 isn't 2 games. It's 1 game.
Yeah.
So when you end on and you wasted it and it cuts and you get sent to something, I won't spoil it, it makes sense. Like it flows. It flows.
Yeah.
This it's okay, it's ending and now I have to wait 2 years.
Yeah.
What the frick? Like what do you mean I have to wait 2 years for not even like anywhere close to the end?
Yeah.
Like that's not even like not like an Across the Spider-Verse where it's like a satisfying ending,
Yeah.
but it's a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
This is just a cliffhanger. This is like what the heck? Like this isn't, we're not even close to it ending in any sort of
Oh,
way.
yeah, we're not close.
It was just, again, it played so bad. Who was making these decisions? Really fast before I let you talk. Can I tell you how I think this should have been?
How?
12 episodes.
Yeah.
12 episodes total. We should have done Seattle Day 1,
Yep.
Ellie. Seattle Day 1, Abby. Seattle Day 2, Ellie. Seattle Day 2, Abby. Just do it that way.
Yep.
It would have flowed so much better. And then give 2 episodes for each. Because another like problem I have is they don't live in Seattle long enough. Like you said, the sets are awesome, but they don't really stay in them.
Yeah.
They don't live in them. They don't like. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good.
I will say that one thing is kind of that is kind of giving me hope is that dialogue that was between Jesse and Ellie when they were up on top. I think it was episode 7 when they were up on top of that little hanging room, and it showed you that really good view of Seattle, and you could tell like, well, Jesse was trying to talk about how like he needs to like stay alive because now he's a father and like he's trying to like protect Ellie too, and then Ellie was like freaking. Oh no, he was trying to bring them back. And she wanted to stay to get Abby.
Yeah.
But then, like, you could tell Ellie was going nuts in her head. Like, she was instantly like, no, you want to bring me back like this and that? I need to get, like, justice. I need to get justice for Joel. Like, and then Jesse reveals that he voted against having them come out. And then, like, instantly she lost it. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that scene.
Yeah. I like that too. It was a good. Because it shows how lost she is.
Yeah, but it kind of made up for what we lost in, well, her killing Nora and then also her killing those other 2 people. Because I think that was the thing we're missing. We're missing the blood drive or the
lust, yeah.
The bloodlust to want to kill somebody just to kill them for justice. Where she's kind of losing her way in people around her. I kind of appreciate that.
Yeah, I do too. I think a lot of people were like, I don't like how unlikable they make Jesse. Because in the game, he's very much like, yeah, I don't care. Like, let's do
he's
this.
like chill.
But I actually think that was like one of the only good changes they made. Like, that's actually like a really realistic reaction. Yeah, you're a dad.
Yeah.
You want to run a city.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. You don't need to be out here. Like, this is so unnecessary.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, that's a great contrast to Ellie. But then again, like, that change ends up leading to nothing because he dies.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get that full conversation. You don't get more and more like, hey, let's stop. Hey, let's stop. You get that one conversation and then pfft.
Low key, remember when I told you I think they're going to change one thing? I thought he was going to be the one change, and I thought it was going to anger people. I thought they were going to keep him alive.
Yeah, I could have seen that doing that, and I think that I would have liked that, if I'm being honest.
I would have liked it.
Yeah, I think I would have been cool with it. I think that, like, again, with the change that they make with his character of him being a lot more negative on what Ellie's doing, I think that would have played off a lot better to have someone on Ellie's shoulder that's like, meh, 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 meh.
Yeah.
Because, like, Dina isn't, Tommy isn't. Like, you need that right now.
I was going to say maybe kill him later.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, but that's the thing with the game is Ellie never has that. So it sort of like, just in her head, it justifies what she's doing because no one's telling her to stop. She just kind of keeps doing it.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, good job, you killed that. Like, it's like, so I guess, like, if they wanted a more conflicting, if they're going to remove all the feeling of the viewer being like, I don't know, I think you needed that Jessie scene to, like, really be like, okay, look, what she's doing is wrong. But again, I don't think that's better. I think that's just them covering their bases. Because it's like, oh, we're playing it safe here. So let's make sure Jesse comments on what she's doing so that like the viewer can understand, what she's doing is wrong. You know, I don't think that's good. Like, I think that's like a fine change, but I don't think, again, it just comes with my problem with them playing it too safe.
Yeah.
I want to bring up a few more things because I think I want to just kind of go on this. The episode with Joel and Ellie, I think it's episode 6.
Yeah.
Very good episode. But they don't butcher it. But for me, they do ruin probably my favorite scene in that entire game. And it's because of the placement. Why did they put the scene where Ellie and Joel have their last heart-to-heart there?
Yeah.
So, for context, without spoiling anything, that scene shows up way later.
Yeah.
And that scene is very important to, like, Ellie's mindset later and now. Because it almost justifies why she's doing what she's doing.
Yeah.
Because, like, she was finally going to work things out with him, and then he was taken from him. And I love that scene so much. But showing it now, I just feel like doesn't do a whole lot for me. Like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I just felt like that scene plays out where it is for very important reasons, and I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
And putting it here now kind of just felt like, oh, you want to take an iconic scene and remake it because you think, like, it'll get views or whatever. I didn't like that. Like, I just thought that was unnecessary. Bless you. Again, I think if it played out with the 12-episode season 2 thing and it, like, did all of it, I think that could have they could have split up the Joel flashbacks instead of pouring them all into one episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all. The scene is so well done. It's so good. Dude, Pedro Pascal kills it.
Oh yeah.
It was the first time, I think, this might be a hot take. It was the first time he had done anything for that character where I was like, you freaking like that's on par with Troy Baker. I don't think either of them have ever hit on par with either of their like other actors. That scene he killed. Oh, he did ripped, a very dude. Good job. Oh my gosh, I got chills. I was like, dude, yes, like this is so good. But then like I got taken back. I'm like, why are we doing this now?
Yeah.
Like why now? I think they're gonna bring it back later. I think they're gonna put like a flashback. It's gonna pop up on screen so that like it's like a reminder. But still, I don't know. I feel like it would have hit harder later. Like seeing that, I think it would have hit way harder later. And I didn't appreciate that change at all. I think that's the problem with season 2. I think the way I can sum it up completely is every single change that they make isn't for better. I think it's for worse. I think it loses what makes the story so good. I think it forgets the story it's trying to tell. I think it just loses that, like, the differentiator. Like, this is different. This story shouldn't exist, but it does. And it's so good.
So then, oh my bad.
I just don't think, I think everything Craig Mazin like changed, Neil Druckmann changed, backtracks that. It like makes it not what it was. And I don't like that. Not like season 1, where every time they changed something, it was like for the better. Bill and Frank, 100% better. You know, that's the only change I can really think of off the dome. But like, again, that's the best example I can give of that's great. That's what you should have done. And there was none of that this season.
Got you. So then what is one thing you would not want them to change in season 3? If it's a spoiler, then you could say I don't want to spoil, but
I don't want to spoil anything. I don't know. I can't really think of anything. The story's in a weird place now because I think even also like you're supposed to find out that Abby's real intention later, but you know that now. So like look, again, this is my problem. When Ellie is played off as safe. Ellie's kind of riddled into mistakes, and we're like, oh, she's on accident, and oh, we don't get to sit with these kills long enough, so it doesn't hit as hard. So like, by the point where you're like questioning what Ellie's doing, like, hey, maybe this is wrong. When you find out why Abby did what she did, then you're like, okay, wait, maybe like Ellie is doing too much. Maybe Joel did suck. But you kind of find that out so early, and then Ellie does what she does. It doesn't play right. Like, again, things are put into place for very specific reasons.
Yeah.
You have to start questioning Ellie, so then when you find out Abby's reason for doing things, you can then be like, oh, wait. Okay, maybe, like Abby was kind of justified for what she did. More justified than Ellie is. But that doesn't play right because that was shown off in, the first episode? So, like, that's... Not only is that 6 episodes ago, 6 weeks ago. That is now going to be 2 years ago.
Yep.
Like, that doesn't play right. Like, that's a problem. I just think that, like, that's something they butchered for me. And now when, like, I don't want to spoil it, but it's,
No.
I don't think there's anything that they can necessarily change that I wouldn't like. Okay, there is a section near the end of, like, her stuff that is so good and so visually pleasing, and it's so intense and scary. If they mess that up, I will cry. I will cry. I'll be like, all right, you freaking suck. You suck. You suck. Like, I think that's it.
I feel you.
Yeah, I hope they don't take away some of the brutality that I feel like was missing from this season. I don't think the season was as brutal as I would have wanted it to be.
Yeah. So then I guess a better yes or no question would be, can season 3 redeem what happened? Can it redeem it?
Is the damage done? Can it redeem? I don't think it can redeem it, but I will say I do think what's the actress' name? Caitlin Denver? Caitlin
1 sec.
The girl
I
that
have it right here. Name is Caitlin Dever.
I do think she has potential to kill it. And I think she will bring the emotion that I think Bella Ramsey was lacking. I think she'll bring the intensity that Bella Ramsey was lacking. So I think from a performance perspective, from a season perspective, I think there's a chance for it to be significantly better than season 2. But I don't think it'll redeem the entire part 2 game as a whole.
Got you.
I don't think it can. I think the damage is done. I think by the end, I'm kind of just going to feel confused and be like, what are we doing? Like, I think it's just a testament to me not wanting adaptations like this for video games.
Oh, okay.
I'd much rather have stuff like Fallout. I'd much rather have stuff like Sonic and even Minecraft. Like
Super Mario.
I'd rather have just original things, regardless if they're bad or good or whatever, just because I don't have to get so caught up in the way I felt about it previously. It's hard for me to watch something and then them change it and then me like take away that and just take it as it is.
Yeah.
Because I've played The Last of Us Part 2 like 3-4 times. That game came out 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
been a while.
But like I still think about it. Like I still play it. I still like I love that game so much. So whenever they change things, it's really hard for me to like detract from that. And I really tried. But like I can't. Like it's like you do it too much and now I feel like I'm being messed with. Like it's like, all right, you're just messing with me. Like this isn't real. You know? So I don't know. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for talking so long. But I feel very passionate about this.
This is perfect because I mean, you like this is your world. Like this is a game that you love.
100%, dude. Like I was so excited for the game. I was so excited for the show. I defended it. Bella Ramsey, I defended you. I defended you, bro. When everyone was saying
you really did defend
you were gross, and I don't think that. You're awesome. I think you're so talented. I just don't think this is the role for you. I don't think you're meant to play a revenge character. I just don't think that works. You were a perfect season 1 Ellie because of what she was.
Yeah.
But then they tried to take season 1 Ellie and keep season 1 Ellie into season 2.
Yeah.
The jokiness, not the same. I'm gonna be a dad? Really? Come on. That's another butcher.
Yeah.
Why aren't you mad? I'm supposed to not like you. Why are you saying I'm gonna be a dad? No, you're not. That's not your kid. That's not your kid. Like, I'm sorry. Like, even if like that was in the game, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you're not a dad. Like, Jesse's around. He's not dead.
Well. I was gonna be like, wait a minute,
dude. He dies and he's just like, I'm gonna be a dad. Like it's.
Watch him come back.
He gets back up.
Watch him come back. He's just like, she missed my artery by like.
Dude, like that pissed me off. Like that's a problem. That sucked. So I just think every change that they made was awful, and I don't think it did anything. It didn't do anything additive.
Yeah.
It was very much just bad. But that's my take on Last of Us Part 2. I didn't like it at all. It was very rough.
So, just recapping, I gave it a high 5 out of 10. You gave it a 3 out of 10.
That stuff's garbage, bro. That's so bad.
Hey, it's no problem. I'm just recapping for the viewers.
I think that's the biggest disappointment of the year for me. I don't think anything will like live up to that. Unless Fantastic Four is just awful.
I doubt that heavily.
Yeah, I doubt it heavily. Like, there's no way it's that bad. You know, at most it's like
not gonna be bad.
Here's the thing. At most it's just okay. But like, this was rough. This was so rough for me. I'm not gonna lie. I hate you for making me watch this.
The Last of Us?
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I was like, we had to watch it. It's not
I
like we
can't
could,
believe-
we could just be like, yeah, we didn't watch it.
Yeah, it was.
We'll watch it soon though. We had to watch it.
Yeah, it
But
was rough.
I appreciate that we got more of the story, but yeah, it was screwed up. It was screwed up. But let's see what season 3 does in the next 2 years. It's gonna be a while. We're probably gonna forget.
Sit tight, boys.
But did you want to say anything else?
No, I think I'm good. I kind of want to check time, but stopwatch got messed up though.
Okay.
So I'm gonna check time really fast. So,
Gotcha.
We're gonna cut or we're not. We're gonna see right now.
No problem.
We're at 48. Okay, that actually helps me.
Got you. Would you like to take a cut?
No, right.
All right.
Just keep talking.
All right. Yeah, my bad, guys. But yeah, The Last of Us.
We're unconventional.
Like I said, I cheated and I watched it. I watched the whole video game and everything. So I understand what he's talking about. I understand what he's like getting at, but man, I just wasn't invested. Like episode 2 was the highlight, and then after that, fell
Yeah,
off.
that dip was heavy.
It fell off.
Like season 2, they killed. I was like, oh, they freaking cooked.
Or
with this.
season 1 they killed.
No, I even like. Sorry, yes, I meant season 2, episode 2. I
Oh,
meant
okay, my
episode
bad,
2.
my bad.
They killed, and then after that, I was just like, damn, straight fumble, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a dad.
Now, what
move
about
on.
let's talk about another season 2 that I
please.
feel like you probably
Oh,
enjoyed.
please, yes.
The
Yes,
Rehearsal.
please. Oh my
Finally
gosh.
wrapped up.
Oh my gosh, thank God we could talk about like a great thing. I don't have to be mad. I hate being negative. I just want you guys to know, like, I think we've understood this. How many episodes are we in? Like 17? Yeah.
Wait, you said 17
Yeah, I think 17 or 18.
episodes?
Yeah.
A film?
Yeah, this is the 17th
I think this is 17, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't like being negative. I think I come across as a little bit more critical sometimes, but I don't like being negative. I'm the hype guy. I love getting excited about things.
Yeah.
Like, it's fun. The Rehearsal, dude, is exactly what I'm talking about. This is my stuff, bro.
That was
this
so
show
funny,
is
bro.
so excellent. But we're going to talk about the finale, and then we'll do a full show wrap-up. Finale was excellent. It's one of the best episodes of that entire show. It's so funny. It's so good. The way he was
my
able to twist it at the
gosh.
end, make it about himself. Let's talk full spoilers, fully locked in on here.
Gotcha.
Phil, what did you think about season 2 of The Rehearsal? Full wrap up, and then we'll just talk about the show.
I loved season 1 a little bit more.
Okay,
than
that's fair.
Season
I think
2,
that's 100%
But I
valid.
still liked season 2. Like that was so to just hear him going like, I want to solve this problem of how like pilots can't really talk to each other in the cockpit. Like I want to
Dude,
talk.
I'm going on a plane today.
Huh?
I'm going on a plane today. I'm terrified.
Imagine it's Nathan Fielder.
Dude, no. And if Nathan Fielder, I'll
He's
feel
like,
okay.
hey guys, I'm gonna be your pilot
If
today.
he's flying a 727, I'll be perfectly fine. Like that's how I know. At least I know he's talking to the co-pilot. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, just like having him go through all this, and then the funny thing is when he made that game show or the
Wings of Voice.
Wings of Voice,
Yeah.
and then he was like, "Well, we kind of got to stick with this now because I feel like everybody's gonna be upset if we don't choose a winner." So
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, dude.
And then he's just in the background.
And then they play Evanescence.
Yes!
So good. So good,
He's
dude.
just standing there. He's going like,
Dude, okay, that's what I want to talk about really fast. Again, my favorite part of the show is how he always takes a very like selfless issue, like it's
Yeah.
like he's being selfless. He twists it and makes it about himself. Every time it's hilarious. When he gets checked for like disability, when he checks to see if he has autism or anything, and he's freaking out about it because
Yeah.
he couldn't take the quiz correctly. And I just want to say, I was struggling to take the quiz too, so I don't know what that says about me. But when he like takes this and he like gets his report back, and the Evanescence song is playing, and he's staring at the message. I'm like, no shot, he's gonna delete it.
Oh, yeah.
No shot. And he's. I was like, bro, no. And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go fly a plane. I'm like, no. Like, oh no, dude, so funny, so funny. It's peak comedy. Like I don't even know how to explain it, dude. I
that
don't know
was
how to explain
unbelievable.
it.
That
It's
was
so
so
funny.
unbelievable.
I can't, dude. Yeah, I think, okay, if I had to give the season, I don't know if I like the season 1 or 2 more. I think I like both of them the same.
Hey, both of them. If you say that, that's valid. But
I think this show might be my favorite show. I need more seasons. Like, I'm clamoring for more. It is, like, dude, like, The Last of Us, I can freaking wait. Never. This, dude, I need now.
you're like,
Give
I need
me-
another one in 6 months.
And I don't even know when season 3 is gonna come out because they're gonna take another weird issue.
He's gonna learn how to speak in like drive a monster truck or something.
What's it gonna be? Like, what is this guy? Like, that's what I'm saying is like he always gonna take like the most outlandish.
He's gonna become a doctor.
He's gonna become a doctor.
He's gonna become a doctor. I know that's gonna be the next one.
I've noticed the amount of surgeries that fail are because the surgeons aren't communicating when they're doing so.
Oh my gosh. And then I love also the fact that he was trying to help one guy rizz up girls, and he asked the actors.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, "What do you think about
Colin?" Right? That was his
yeah,
name?
yeah. He'd be like, "What do you think about Colin? Like, do you think he's cute?" And then the one lady, she's like, "I like him. He remind me of Einstein."
Oh my gosh, bro! Like, what are you talking about, bro? Where does he find these people? Where are you finding them? I don't know.
Bro.
I don't know.
And then he actually had them like go. Well, one girl, he was like coaching. He's like, "So, how'd it go on the date?"
Oh my
And he went on
gosh,
a
yes,
date with
dude.
them.
So funny.
Bro, let's be for real. He's a W wingman for that.
Oh no, he is, dude.
Wingman.
That was good. That was good.
He was a W wingman for that, bro. But that was so funny, and it was all to figure out. Oh, do you feel like he'd be better with communication through a relationship?
Yeah, dude. Like it. So weird. So weird. I can't even I don't even know what to say, bro. It just this is an excellent show, and I think everyone should watch it. It's weird. Like I don't really even know. Like I know how to describe it to someone, but I don't. It's kind of one of those just watch it, and you'll find out. You know?
Oh yeah, I learned.
That's what I'm saying. You learned, right? Yeah. Like it's one of those. Just watch it, and you'll find out.
Oh my bad.
No, it's so funny. I just think Nathan Fielder's a comedic genius. I think it's him and Tim Robinson. They live in similar places in my head because their comedy styles are so distinct to them. I think you can see that with a lot of comedy artists. But them specifically is their styles are very, very, very unique. It's not just your normal stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
It's not just your normal sketches. They're very random and unpredictable and weird. And I feel like for me are leading the charge in comedy. Tim Robinson can keep making his sketches, keep making his movies, and Nathan Fielder can keep doing whatever the hell he wants, and I'm satisfied for the rest of my life.
I think the reason why I like season 1 just a little bit better than season 2 is because I love I think episode 4 changed the momentum a little bit because it was already good, but then when episode 4 came out and it was him doing the acting class and he was like, yeah, so I don't really think my students get what I was talking about, so I came back as one of my students, and then now I'm listening to I had an actor play me just to hear it, and he was just there dressed up as a student, and then he kept on doing that through the rest of the show where he was like, I don't think that I understood my kid too much, so let me act as this parent and then act as has this actor play his kid. Literally, as they walk out of the house, he asks the kid, Did you learn his mannerisms? Did you learn everything? Okay. And then he just comes back and shows up as the mom or something. Dude. And he's like, no, you're my kid. You're mine. And it just ends. So I was like, what the?
For me, I knew season 1 was the best. When the lady, she was Christian, right? And she wanted to do Christmas, and Nathan Fielder's Jewish.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to do Hanukkah. And they're arguing, but they're not even I just felt I'm this is awesome. This is perfection. It's so good, dude. That show is different. Again, we talk about it all the time. Y'all are complaining there's not new stuff out there.
Y'all need to watch
the Film Podcast is giving you guys the new stuff. All right, this is what you should be watching. It was excellent, right? Season 2, I'm so happy you started watching it.
Season 2 was good.
I thought it was just going to be me geeking.
Him flying the plane at the end of it, I was just like, this was all to learn how to fly a stinking plane? Are you kidding me?
Dude, when he's looking at the planes to buy, or to lease out, and they're like, gosh, is this normal? The wire? He's like, yeah, it's normal. It'll be. That's how it works.
He's like, oh, okay.
He's like, all right, yeah. And then, is that a nest in there? Yep, that'll happen. It's completely normal. It's okay. I'm bro, where do you find these people? I can't, dude. I don't understand. I've seen people talk about okay, there's got to be some plants here. There's no way everyone's this weird.
Yeah.
But I also think everyone's just that weird.
Oh,
We're all a little weird.
Everybody.
And that guy, Nathan Fielder, is the master instigator. He does something I can't remember. Oh. Okay, do you remember when they're doing the acting and it's the 14 different rooms? And he has their spouses come in and watch.
Yes.
And he talks to the one specific guy and he's like, so do you feel comfortable with him kissing? He's like, yeah, it's just part of the job. And he's like, so I realize when people think that they're acting, it gives them free range to do whatever they want. And I'm like, bro, dude, shut up. It's.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good.
When that happened, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have been I don't know if I would have punched the actor and Nathan Fielder in that
Dude,
situation.
I was explaining this to my brother when we were watching. It's not like they got a script
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, all right, you're going to kiss here. Okay, you're going to do whatever here. This was like, all right, guys, go do whatever you want. Let's just see how it develops. So them, like, getting freaky and doing whatever is their choice. It isn't like it's acting, but it's not acting. Like, you guys know what you're doing. And that's why when he's explaining to them, I'm like, dude, this is wrong. Like, he shouldn't be doing this. Like, this is so bad. But it's so funny, and I, quite frankly, don't care. Like, it's just like, I watch this, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, this is hilarious. Like, let's go destroy these people's lives.
Like how he was also asking the actresses who were kissing their partners. They were like, "So, do you find him attractive?"
Yes, dude. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh.
She's like, "Yeah, he's like so hot." This and that. I was like, "No,
Dude,
they shouldn't care."
It was so funny. That show is excellent, dude. Do you have anything more like you want to add on it? Like, I feel like there's so much. I don't even know what to say anymore though. It's just
so funny, bro. Like, it's just unnaturally funny.
Nathan, you made Paramount like Nazis. That's peak comedy.
That was so funny. And he told them like to come back in and be a little bit more real with it. And he was like, "You got me dressed up as a Nazi. We're not even from Germany. We're just down the street."
We're just down the street. It's so good.
And then he's looking out the window and he has the march with this thing of Paramount Plus match. When I saw that, I went, "Oh, they're not gonna take kindly to this."
Oh my gosh, dude.
They're not gonna
I'm
take
curious
kindly
what they thought.
Oh wait! Also, the interview that he did on live television, he said the plane people were like,
Oh
"I think
my
they're
gosh,
idiots."
we didn't even talk about that because that wasn't even on the show.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, really fast.
That was insane.
We have like 9 minutes. Like I was saying, Nathan Fielder's on CNN promoting a show, kind of, but also talking about the FFA and how he wants to change. And he calls everyone in the FFA an idiot. I don't know if you saw that. Like, because the FFA responded to what he was saying.
Yeah.
And they were like, "We don't really see what you're talking about. Like, we have these things and it doesn't work." And he literally goes on. And I think that was real. Like, he was not trolling. I think he was like, "No, you guys are stupid."
Oh, yeah.
Like, I literally showed you where it's a problem and you're not fixing it. But I want to talk about that CNN interview only because... Did you see the clip of him and the two news reporters and how he was like very much instigating them or no?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay. So Nathan Fielder's sitting there and he like, they're talking about how his point was how like co-pilots and pilots don't communicate. And he was like, yeah, I don't remember. It was a guy and a girl. I don't remember the girl's name, but he was like, yeah, like you girl, I'm just going to call her girl. You girl, like you sometimes may feel like you can't like talk to the boy, like news anchor. And she was like, no, I think we actually have a pretty good relationship. Like, I see what your point though is. He's like, no, but you have to say that because like you're on camera. So like, but like, you know, like this is him. He's famous. He's in movies. You know, like you're just kind of like you're doing the thing.
Oh my god.
So like, it's okay. Like you could say like, this was exactly my point. And she's like, yeah, I see what your point is. Like, I don't really feel that. And like, the guy's like, yeah, you know, actually, I think we have a great relationship. He's like, no, but I understand, like, you guys have to say that because you're on camera. And it's the funniest thing ever, dude. He's always trolling. He's never, like...
What if he really is just, like...
I don't know if he's just, like, a bad dude or if he's always trolling.
But what if he's really just, like, thinking that and they say, he's like, let me just see if they're okay. Let me see if I can talk to them real
Dude,
quick.
oh my gosh. Have you seen the clip of him and Emma Stone?
Nah.
On Jimmy Kimmel, he was doing a show called The Curse. He mentions it on... Because I think it was a Paramount show. And, he's talking, he's with Jimmy Kimmel, he's talking to Emma Stone, and he's in the funniest looking outfit, bro. He has like those like circle glasses on. He looks like an art like guy. He looks like an artist. And he's sitting there, he's slouched on the chair, and he's like, yeah, you know, sometimes I have to teach her how to act. And it's the funniest.
I remember that.
Dude, it's so funny. He's hilarious, dude. I think he might be one of my favorite comedians ever. Like He's the best, dude. I love The Rehearsal so much. That show's excellent. I think it might be one of my favorite shows ever. It's like up there with it. Like it's in the same space like Impractical Jokers for me. I know it's not like real TV. You know, it's not like the AOTs or the Breaking Bads of the world. But this is my stuff. This is my crap. Yeah. I love stuff like this. This is the kind of reality TV. I like reality TV. I don't watch it a whole lot, but like I like it. It's very funny. I think it's very easy to watch too, and I understand why people like it so much. This is my reality TV. Like it's just so easy to watch. It's so funny, it makes me uncomfortable, but it's hilarious. That's why I love it so much.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good comedian, but I can't put him over Kevin Hart and Gabriel Iglesias. Not yet. Not yet.
Fair.
I
fair.
love those two.
I think his comedic style is so me though. It's so awkward. It's like entire point is to like make people uncomfortable and to instigate. And I like that's like my toxic traits. Like just like that's all I want to do ever is just instigate. It's so funny. I love it. But yeah, you have anything else you want to say on it?
Nah, I just think, hey, think about what you're gonna do with season 3.
100%.
Yeah, Karate Kid Legends, man. As a Karate Kid fan, I actually had fun watching this movie.
Wow,
I
nice.
had fun watching it. I'm not saying overall it was a very, very, very good movie. I'm saying that as a Karate Kid fan, it was a pretty good Karate Kid movie. One thing I appreciated with it, I love that this was the first Karate Kid that came in and actually knew how to fight. And when he knew how to fight, this kid knew how to fight.
The scenes look cool. I saw clips.
Oh, yeah. There were a lot of pretty good, well-shot fight scenes. And one of the coolest things that I appreciated was I really do feel like Jackie Chan had a very heavy influence on like the stunts that were going on along with the fight style. Because the kid his mannerisms were just like a young Jackie Chan or even like an older Jackie Chan from like Rush Hour, thinking like Shanghai Nights or something. Like, I appreciated that. And I loved it. Like, and it makes sense too because he was trained by Mr. Han in, I believe it was Hong Kong? I forgot where they were, but in Mr. Han's dojo. And I appreciate that Mr. Han's fight style rubbed off on him, and you could definitely see it like fully in that movie. Like there were so many fight scenes where I was like, wow, that was pretty cool. But there was a surprising thing that happened in that movie that they didn't that they didn't or hid in trailers. So this is a spoiler. Just in case, do you mind if I spoil
I
this
literally don't care.
All right. So, you know how there's always a love interest in all these Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, whatever type movies?
Yeah.
The love interest dad apparently was a retired boxer. And he saw, because he was in trouble with some money in the movie, and these guys were going to jump him, like, you know, like land loading sharks or something. And the kid helped, like, defended him, like, fought these guys off. And the guy goes, yo, can you train me? And this is in like the beginning, middle of the movie. And all of a sudden it makes this cool like montage, like a training montage of him training the dad how to fight.
That's
and become
cool.
a little bit more like agile and more flexible as a boxer. Because he could fight too, but it was cool to see him train him and even the music that was going on. I was like, wow, this was unexpected. Like, wait a minute. I was thinking like we were going to get into the whole like, oh, bully, you run in the bully challenges you and then you take it. But it was really cool to see him train the dad, get him ready to fight, like just to come back out of retirement, and then being able to see him do all this stuff because he did a really cool thing. The what's it called? The standing still punch or something?
Oh yeah, it's like I saw the clip where he like punches it across
boom,
it, but he like
boom.
all the power is not in like the It's literally just like the flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool, bro. Like I thought it gave me like anime vibes.
Is that a real thing you can do?
I think so. Like if you do it fast, it depends. I know you can do that. You're gonna try it now? Do it. Do it. Hit it.
Did I do it? I don't think we have the right table for this. What's the karate guy's name? Jonathan LaRusso? What's his name? I made you proud. I'll do it again if you want me to do it again. Dude, the TikTok is gonna be so bad.
Let me get back into it. I thought you weren't gonna do it. All right, my bad. Let me get my focus back.
Hey, lock back in.
Okay. I enjoyed the movie, but there were definitely holes. Definitely some holes that I see. There's a reason why. I understand why people hated this movie. I understand why people didn't like it. Because, yes, it was fast-paced. Pretty fast-paced, but it wasn't as fast-paced as I thought it was going to be. Because usually with fast-paced movies, you go in, you get instantly to the core of the problem, and then you go to the core of the problem and solve it. But with this, it was more like, I think the thing that helped it for me was him having that fun training montage with the dad and stuff, along with some of the fight scenes.
A good little side quest.
Yeah, but I think the thing that annoys me is you don't really get to know or even understand the villain of this story, or the antagonist, I guess. I don't know. Like, he was just the person who he's fighting towards the end didn't really make any sense to me. Like, he was from a dojo, but for some reason he was able to be a little bit better of a fighter for him, and he had to get a whole training thing from Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han at the same time, which actually was really
I
fun.
said Jonathan LaRusso. Sorry, Daniel LaRusso.
Daniel LaRusso, yeah. Daniel-san. But, like, I appreciate how, like, they did a whole thing where it's like Mr. Han and Daniel LaRusso are arguing over whose karate should be influencing him. And then they found a way to, like, combine it together and be like, yeah, like, one tree with a leading towards a branch or something like that. But I do understand, like, people not liking it. The other thing that I guess it's, one, it was too fast paced, and two, the villain wasn't that good. But also, his character, him wanting to fight, because when you start this movie, you see that he's a very nice and kind, like, boy. He's not really quick to anger, quick to fight. He's very, like, chill. So then when the bully comes in, he just instantly is like, oh yeah, if you do this again to her, I'm gonna have to beat your butt. And I was like, oh, well, I never got a sign that he was like, he seemed super chill. Why all of a sudden is it like, and it's not like the bully grabbed her or anything. He was just like kind of getting in the way, and he was just like, oh, I'll move you, this and that. And I was like, I don't feel like that's his character. And then so it goes on, and there's another instance where they're in the cafeteria, or they're outside, and the bully's like trying to mess with him, and he's trying to walk away, and the bully says something, and he instantly goes, all right, I'm kicking your butt. And I was like, why? Like, that doesn't seem like
Yeah,
your
it felt
character.
fast, yeah.
It doesn't seem like this is you. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, he seemed more chill and calm and level-headed. It didn't seem like he's, like, quick to fight or something like that. I would have liked it at the beginning of the movie where it's like, oh, like a student at Mr. Han's, like, dojo messed with him, and he was like, gosh, I always tell you stop messing with me. He just goes in and starts trying to beat him up. Like, I think a scene like that would have helped with that, but it just didn't make sense for his character. And the last thing I want to say, the small negative, is I believe her name was Ming-Na Wen. He played his mom.
Yeah.
Let me just double check that before I say anything, because I think I might have butchered that.
No, I think you said that correctly. Yeah.
One sec. Let me see. Double checking, because
She's
I want to
in
be
it,
correct. Yes, Ming-Na Wen. I love Ming-Na Wen. The first time I ever saw her was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I love her character. She also can fight. She's a really good fighter. But in this movie, she plays the Karate Kid's mom. She plays Lee Fong's mom. I feel like there were so many chances of her having way more dialogue and way more talking points I just feel like she wasn't really in the movie enough. I feel like she had trauma that should have been a little bit more communicated, because the only thing that was in it was like her other son died, and it seemed like she blamed him for that, Lee Fong. And I was like, they should play into that more. It was more like, oh, we're moving to America, and you better do this, and you better do that. And whenever she heard the word fight, she'd instantly get mad at him, and that was it. But I'm like, I think you should dive more into that. Like, that would have been...
That could have been a good emotional crutch.
It would have been good if it was like, oh, I blame you for, like, his death and all that. Like, it seemed like she was just bottling it up, and we never got that out. We never did. Instantly, she was like, oh, you need to fight? Okay, fine. I won't be at the tournament. And then, obviously, later she will be at the tournament. Lucho. But I'm like, we should build up to that. We should see why it's so hard for her to be around that, besides just a flashback of the son dying. But I don't know. I think it was a cool Karate Kid movie, but it should have been explored a little bit more. Shots were good, fights were good, choreography was good, and the moments we had with Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han, perfect. But it just needed a little bit more work. And I think it would
need to be a little deeper, yeah.
Yeah, and also the movie is called Karate Kid Legends. I know that Daniel's son and Mr. Han were there, but I think that we should have had I forgot her name, but the female Karate Kid, along with Jaden Smith, come back.
Bro, Jaden Smith is not doing a movie, bro. Jaden Smith is not. Is he in the movie or no?
He's not, but I wish he was.
That lad is not going to be in a movie. I don't know what he's up to.
Yeah, I know.
Can we talk about the political and economic state of the world right now? I love that clip.
I know, but I think that if we're going to do Legends, we should bring more people
legends.
in from, like,
that makes sense. I think that's
what
valid.
Cobra Kai did.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
But yeah, like overall, I gave it a 6 out of 10 because I did enjoy
Nice.
enjoy my time with it. But yeah, it's not a perfect movie.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about something else. How about we get a little schemey? Maybe almost Phoenician a little bit. The Phoenician Scheme, though. Okay, so I was supposed to watch this yesterday. Woke up, got caught up with a lot of stuff to do, so didn't get a chance to watch it. But I want to hear what you thought because I want to know if I should watch this right now.
Honestly, for comedic reasons, I feel like you should watch it because
I
Wes
heard it was
Anderson.
very funny. Yeah,
Huh?
I've heard it was very funny.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of like pretty silly, funny scenes that I think you would love. Like a lot of the awkward moments, I think that would have been perfect for you. To me as a whole, I didn't really like it too much. I didn't like the flow of the story. The actors, unbelievably good. I thought Benicio did an incredible job as Zaza. I thought that the woman playing his daughter was very good in the movie. I thought Michael Cera was probably my favorite character in this movie. Like him coming in as like the tutor I thought it was gonna be for his sons that he had, but it was really for him to like just give him random facts while he's on the way. And I thought Michael Cera did an incredible job. And apparently this is his first time in a Wes Anderson movie, and I was like, what the heck?
Like,
really?
You're made for this.
I was like, because I'm a huge fan of Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite movies. I love the comedy in that movie, and I also love like the action in it, but I also love Michael Cera in that movie. He's just so, like, his personality's so, like kind of bland in it, but it's just like the way he says certain things. He's like, yeah, I mean, you want to go do a thingy on that rail? I think it's pretty cool. What are you doing Sunday?
That is literally exactly. That's
like literally.
That's his tone, yeah.
But it's just so funny because like, I literally thought in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, I was like, he would do so well in a Wes Anderson movie. He would do so well. And so when I saw him in this, I was like, bro, he's seamless in this. Like he is, like it's natural. It's supernatural. And I was just so impressed with him. And then something happens later. I don't want to spoil it for you. But it just makes it even more funny. And the fight scenes in Wes Anderson's movies, I love them because they're just so silly and funny. And there was a fight scene that he was involved in that was just super funny what he was doing.
They always look like plays, right? Like it looks very much like, because of the way it's shot. Like it's all on like a set.
That's another thing. I love the way this one looked unbelievably good. I loved the way Asteroid City looked. I think color wise and lighting wise, but this one I loved the framing of it and how like he always does that trolley shot or whatever, but it just looked super. Everything looked super good in this one. Everything looked everywhere they were traveling to, everywhere, and even the different actors you met. Jeffrey Wright comes straight in, and you I love Jeffrey Wright. I love him, and you instantly like feel his presence, and you also he just does a good job coming in because it's it's a movie about him doing this Phoenician scheme or just a scheme in Phoenicia. And he's getting all these different other rich people involved in it and like either changing deals or not. But it's also a wacky adventure of him trying to avoid getting assassinated. But that's the thing that threw me off. The story and the way the scheme was going, I kind of got drowned out, then brought back in, drowned out, and brought back in. But looking at the movie and like hearing these actors like doing their thing, so good. But yeah, I believe I gave it a 6 out of 10 as well. But I gave it a high 6 out of 10 because I love the actors in the movie. But I think story-wise, it just threw me off a lot of times. But maybe you'll experience it a little better and you'll probably process things a little better. To me, it was a little bit of a hard time.
Where does it compare? So, fun fact: the only Wes Anderson movie I've seen is Asteroid City. Where does it compare to that?
Asteroid City. So I liked Asteroid City a little bit more than Phoenician Scheme, but it's not like a big gap. It's like I'll say that if somebody were to be like, should I watch Asteroid City or Phoenician Scheme? I will probably be like, probably watch Asteroid City.
Okay, because I didn't love Asteroid City. It was a little confusing.
Yeah.
I had a hard time following, especially with the different, like, oh, this is a play, but it's also, like, here, follow these other characters and, like, the actual, like, in the play. It became too much. There's too many layers that I was getting lost in. Is Phoenician Scheme a little bit more palatable? Like, am I able to, like, properly watch it and, like, understand what's happening as long as I'm focused?
I think yes. I think that will be a better thing for you when it comes to the Phoenician Scheme because it's not like It's not going to be like, oh, this is the play, and then we have these people talking in the crowd, and then, but wait, we're brought back into the play, like the actual movie type play. I feel like with the Phoenician Scheme, you'll be able to, like, understand a little bit more. It's just that you got to follow the, like, money, like where the money's going, and then also like what the plan is. I think that'll be the only focus for you when it comes to that. But maybe you will enjoy it a little bit more than Asteroid City. Me, I like Asteroid City.
What's your favorite Wes Anderson movie?
I have only seen Fantastic Mr. Fox, Asteroid City, Phoenician Scheme, Isle of the Dogs, and sadly I haven't seen
Grand Budapest
the
Hotel.
French. Yeah, those two.
Okay.
Those are what I'm going to be watching.
But you've seen a lot of them then.
I've seen 4.
Oh, how many are there?
I think there's 9.
9? Oh.
I think so. I'm definitely watching them though. Definitely.
Yeah,
But
that's something we should probably do at some point because I feel like that's a gray
1000%.
area for me.
1000%.
I just haven't seen a whole lot of his movies.
But my all-time favorite is definitely gonna be Fantastic Mr. Fox. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like that's the.
I love that movie to death, bro. Like George Clooney just voicing an animal in that movie, and all the other actors, and the way that whole thing works. I love it. I've seen that movie a million times. Yeah. You know that thing he does? No. I love it. But yeah, the Phoenician Scheme, I think if you're a Wes Anderson fan, you'll enjoy it. If you are a movie fan, it may confuse you at times, but I think there is enjoyment to find in that movie.
Perfect.
I think so.
Awesome. So, you say you have a life, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever met a guy named Chuck?
I think I have.
How is the life of Chuck?
The life of Chuck.
How is his life?
Did you get to see it?
Nope.
The Life of Chuck. I actually got to go to an early screening of it, and it was in a theater not too far from here, but it was really interesting. It was really cool. Like,
give like the synopsis. What was it?
I want to try to chill on it because it may spoil the movie, and I don't want to do that. How would I summarize this movie without? I
can read the IMDb page if you want.
Let me put it this way. The movie is about a guy named Chuck and his world around him, and how it shows us how he saw the world and how it helped him through some tough times. And eventually, well, no, that's a spoiler.
Okay,
that's so hard.
I can read it because it's nothing.
Okay, go for it.
It says, a life-affirming, genre-bending story based on Stephen King's novella about 3 chapters in the life of an ordinary man named Charles Krantz. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah. I think, you know what? Yeah.
That perfectly, like, explains.
I guess so, because it's so hard, because literally at the start of the movie, something's going on, and I don't want to, like, literally at the start of it, it plays into the later part. Because this is the thing that I like about this story. It isn't told the traditional way. It tells the end part first, and then it shows you the rest of it. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was really cool. Like, I was sitting there, and I was like, how is this going to play out? Because now you just showed me this, so what? But then right when you get to... Because I think it was literally like Act 3, Act 2, Act 1. Right when you get to... When you see what happens in Act 3, and then you go to Act 2 and Act 1, it flows perfectly. It flows perfectly, especially towards, I guess, the ending, but it was the beginning. I don't know. But... It was I thought it was a very cool way to tell a person's story. I thought it was a very cool way to introduce us. Like, even just grab our attention and then show us why we're here. I thought it was impressive.
Nice.
But,
did you give a score?
Yeah. I gave it only because in Act 2, there were a couple times I was a little bit but... I gave it a high 7 out of 10.
Nice.
Like a 7.5 or a 7.6. Only because I did enjoy the way the story was being told. But maybe it's only because of the seat I was sitting there or something. I was kind of like there was some points where I did get drowned out, but still overall, when I got to that last part and everything, loved it.
Perfect.
Loved it.
Nice. Anything more you want to say?
Please go see it. Please go see it. Because if you guys really want like something interesting to watch and something that like you can follow about life and even just...
Is it sad? Is it more of like a feel-good kind of movie?
It's a mix of sad and like feel-good.
Oh,
it's
okay.
weird. That's why I enjoy it too. It's like, if you want to be sad with it, you can. If you want to be happy with it, you can. I think you learn something through it and it's also motivating.
I was going through the cast list, and it looks like you have 4 different people playing the main dude. It's like it goes through his ages.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's a little sad, a little funny. Like.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of like when you get in Act 3, even at the beginning of the movie, it's pretty funny. Like there are a lot of funny moments in this movie, but there are some real moments in this movie. That's why I don't want to like spoil anything, because literally at the start of it, something's going on. And you're like, what the heck? But like through the movie, I don't know. I don't want to spoil nothing.
That's okay.
It's just that I want you to watch it and like experience it. It's definitely an experiential movie. Like you need to experience it.
All right. Nice.
You're gonna be like, when you're in the theater, you're gonna be like, what was Phil talking about? But I think you'll enjoy it.
This bro just yapping. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to some Star Wars news. Phil, do you want to give the Star Wars news? Because I actually have to piss. I'm not gonna lie, I have to pee, and I don't want to cut. We're not gonna cut. So this is how we work here, guys. If you're new here, I'm lazy, so we're just gonna keep explaining this. I'm gonna go pee.
No, I got you. Okay, so yeah, some Star Wars news real quick, guys. So this week we actually got some news on we got a little bit of news of what the plot's gonna be with Star Wars Starfighter. So there was an article detailing that obviously Mia Goth is now in the movie. She is going to be playing a villain, and it's going to be, I took it as it's going to be Ryan Gosling versus Mia Goth. And basically what the article was saying was Ryan Gosling is playing a pilot who is trying to protect his niece or nephew. I forgot if it was his niece or nephew, but somebody who was part of his family, from Mia Goth, who is going after this the niece or nephew. And also it said that this movie is taking place 5 years after the Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Now, I don't know in the grand scheme if it's going to connect to everything that happened in Star Wars, but I know that they want this to be a separate movie from the original trilogy. Or not a separate, but they want it to be its own thing. I'm still trying to come up with theories of what this could be about, because originally when I saw the title pop up, Star Wars Starfighter, I instantly thought, ooh, Top Gun Maverick Star Wars. I wanted something like that with this. I wanted to be able to like learn, because I'm a huge Star Wars The Clone Wars guy, and I love the stories of the clones. I really wanted something where it's like we can watch something with the pilots, get some cool flight scenes, them fighting TIE fighters, this and that. But I don't know. Maybe there still is a chance for this movie to have that, but I am totally fine if it's just he's a pilot who, I don't want him to maybe be a Han Solo, maybe just a guy who flies spaceships, and he has his niece or nephew with him a couple of times, and he runs into a bad like drop or something, or a bad zone wherever he goes, and Mia Goth is just that villain who wants to take revenge or wants to go after his niece or nephew for some reason, and he's just protecting her. I'm totally cool with that. I just think I'd either know what Mia Goth's role is, if she's part of the Sith, if she's part of the dark side, or if she literally is just another starship that's going after them.
There's no way Mia Goth is playing like a Sith. I think if you're getting Mia Goth, you're having her play some weird alien.
I'd be cool with that.
I think like you're gonna have her play some nasty alien for sure, like a just disgusting looking alien. Like that's like probably like the best. I think she could be a cool Sith. I just think for this movie, like I doubt there's gonna be any Jedi.
Yeah,
I don't think there should be.
I'd be cool with that.
Can I be honest? I'm really excited for this movie, not because of what it is, but because it marks like a really, I feel like, weird turn almost for Star Wars.
Yeah,
we don't get a whole lot of projects with like a Ryan Gosling, and a Mia Goth. Like that's a pretty weird cast to say is in a Star Wars movie. In the same way we're getting like a Jeremy Allen White in a Mandalorian movie. I'm like,
oh
what
yeah,
the frick?
he's playing Jabba's son, right?
Yeah, it's like weird. It's like, what are we doing? But I like it. Like it marks I think it marks a new confidence in Disney to like maybe market these movies like, hey, look, we have these big actors in it. We're pretty confident. Like they want to do these movies, especially like people like Ryan Gosling, Mia Goth. They're not going to be doing projects that they just like don't want to do.
I can't imagine that, but also this is Star Wars.
Yeah, I get, but like I think regardless, like I just don't think like Ryan Gosling, if he was given a Star Wars script, he's not gonna be like, oh, it's Star Wars, I'll do it. Like I feel like it'd be like he's confident in this. Like there's something there that he likes, you know? So I feel like that I'm pretty excited. It's a new future for Star Wars, but I like it. Like I like the turn, even if it's not the Jedi, which I love. I think it's something unique that I'm all for.
Have you ever seen the movie Drive?
No, but I know Drive.
Yeah, imagine if out of the blue it's just like, oh, this is Drive, but 600 years in the future, and we preserved his body, and now he's just gonna be an angry starship driver with his niece or something like that. I'm just playing.
That's what a lot of people were like saying. Like,
I'm
this is
just
so
playing, I'm
funny.
playing.
It's so funny how Ryan Gosling is like doing something like similar.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool. Like, I'm with it. I'm so with it. Give me Ryan. Even I would have loved Ryan Gosling to be just a cool Jedi that's like running around. But
I'm off that. I'm
no,
cool off
honestly, so valid. I'm just weird.
I just
like,
no, you're not weird. That's a valid thing if you were to like want him to play a Jedi. I just think like with me, I think it's just a personal thing. I love the whole story of Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, all that. I do. But if you are really saying that you want to start a new story and do this, do that,
yeah, you can.
maybe just give us something new. Maybe give us something where it's like, oh, it's just a starship thing, and it's a conflict that's just happening in Star Wars, but it has nothing to do with the Jedi or anything. It's just if it does happen to be that, I'm totally fine with that. But
It definitely isn't. There's no way.
yeah,
There's no way. But like, I am really curious to see when Star Wars is ready to continue the trilogy story. Like, when's our next trilogy?
I think that I forgot which director.
They were doing a Rey Skywalker thing.
Yeah, they are. I just forgot which director. Was it Rian Johnson or something?
I don't think so.
Who was doing it? I know that some director is doing the next trilogy. I just don't know. I forgot.
I
the
think
name of it.
I think he was given his own though. I don't think it's related to the main story. It's weird. Star Wars, I feel like, is all over the place because they have like the Mandalorian Grogu stuff that ties in with Ahsoka and like all that and Ezra. So, but then they're also like that's Dave Filoni's thing, and then they have the Rey Skywalker thing, and then they have the range. Like, there's a lot happening that I don't really know like where we're going.
Yeah,
you know, I like Star Wars. I don't love Star Wars like having all these spinoffs, but like I get it. It's a world like you could do that, but I do kind of miss the like here's like the next 3 movies. Like here's the continuation of the story. Here's what's happening in the main world. Yeah, and I feel like we're lacking that. And I think especially after the sequel trilogy, for me at least, there's a lot more pressure on it for it to like really redeem itself.
That's why I think they're taking their time with this.
100%. I think there's got to be something they're cooking over there. I think they're just like playing their cards close to their chest and they're playing it safe. That'd be my guess.
You know what will always be weird to me? Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I don't know what type of name that was. Has made so much money in the box office, so much, but everyone hates it. Or I'd say like 85% or 90% of people hate that movie.
Awful movie.
It's just crazy. It's like, oh, did that many people really just go to the theaters to just watch a Star Wars movie?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, Star Wars, I think it's weird. I think right now, TV show-wise, Star Wars has no mainstream appeal. But I do think movie Star Wars does. I think when there's a Star Wars movie coming out Christmas time, it's like, let's go watch a Star Wars. Like, let's go watch a Star Wars, you know? But, like, I think, like, the problem with, like, Disney Plus, and I think even Disney's realizing it, is, like, they said it when they were making Andor, streaming's dead. I don't think that's completely true, but I do think there is less, like, it's not COVID anymore. Yeah. Streaming services aren't new. It's not like we're sitting home, we have nothing to watch. When you keep cranking out these new like spin-offs and series and all this stuff, like, not only does it get hard to keep up with, but also like a lot of people that like Star Wars surprisingly are also just like general people, like normal people. Like, not me, not you, not like the big Star Wars audience that's out there. A lot of people that watch Star Wars just kind of watch Star Wars and that's it. So I think that's why movie Star Wars has so much more mainstream appeal than like TV show. I think the TV shows appeal to a lot more of like a nerdier base of people, and those are usually hit or miss. Yeah. But you're not gonna get like someone that loves the OG trilogy and that's about it with Star Wars to go watch Skeleton Crew. Yeah. Or Acolyte. You know, like they're not gonna watch those things. Why would they? Like, they're like, especially when no one's talking about them like they're great. I think Andor's the only one that you need to watch. Aside, like, I think Mandalorian is the only example of mainstream movie Star Wars. Like, that Mandalorian is that. Like, everyone watches Mandalorian. Season 3, I don't know. I don't know if it like was like bigger or less. But even like Ahsoka, people weren't like.
Yeah, they weren't too big on it.
No, I loved Ahsoka, but
I was cool with it.
I liked it a lot.
I think it's because you were a Star Wars Rebels fan way more than me.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think like there's a lot more mainstream appeal for movie Star Wars than there is for like the series.
But I think that's also because like from the jump, because this was at the time, because when did it come out? 70s? 80s?
Yeah, I think it was like 79.
Okay. So like beginning of it.
Yeah, 80s.
When the Lakers became good. I'm just playing around. But basically, Star Wars has always been that thing for people. Like, because everybody got their tickets. Everybody didn't know what the heck they were getting into. They were thinking, oh, we're just going to get a little adventure. But it turned into something bigger. Turned into, wow, we're getting different worlds. We're not just staying in this one spot. We're going to different worlds. And there's this big, huge adventure. There's this chosen one. There's a battle in space. There's a huge metallic planet the Death Star, that can destroy everything. I think that's what everybody keeps trying to get back to. Like that awesome experience with that first movie, A New Hope, and they want that feeling back. They want it back. And they got it a couple times. Like, that original trilogy went on a crazy run. The first 3 movies of all time, like, ever. And then you have the prequels that come out that everybody has mixed feelings about but still love because of the
now they're
movie.
loved. I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah, now they are. But, I think they still feel like that feeling can come back out when these movies come out. Because if you think about it, all the theatrical releases, they all made money. Especially the new trilogy that came out. The first one that came out, The Force Awakens, I think I was looking forward to it. I was like, okay, this is a pretty cool, like, start to it. Like, it has its bumps and everything, but it's a pretty cool start. Then the next 2 movies came out, and it was like, oof. But no matter what, if they start that new trilogy, I think people are still going to be there for it.
Yeah. I think Rise of Skywalker, this is a different conversation now. I think Rise of Skywalker would have been a way better movie if it didn't try so hard to take away what Rian Johnson did in Last Jedi. Because, look, take your feelings on Episode 8, but at least that movie's ballsy. At least he, like tried to do something, Force Awakens was very much, here's a new hope, but different. And I actually really like Force Awakens. I think that's probably the only good one, realistically. I haven't seen Last Jedi in a while. I want to watch Last Jedi again because I think I'd like it a lot more now than when I was younger.
Yeah.
But it's still just a new hope. Last Jedi is so ballsy. It like does a whole lot of things that are kind of weird. Like, I don't know about all this or that, but I respect it. As opposed to everything like Rise of Skywalker then backtracks and plays it safe, where 8 was setting up Kylo Ren to being supreme leader. Like, Kylo Ren is going to be top dog.
Yeah.
And then 9's just like, no, let's just make Kylo Ren a freaking geek and
That's what pissed me off.
They fumbled him, dude. They fumbled him really hard, and it was really upsetting because
kiss.
Remember how many times did they do that? They did it like 2 or 3 times, right? Where he died, then she kissed him, and then like got back up, and then he did it. Like, no, like it's just like, dude, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? It's so bad.
I'm never gonna forget my theater's reaction when Rey and
they were like
kissed.
brother and sister.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
bro.
what Star Wars is. It's all about incest with you people. That's all it is. If we're taking any sort of symbol, this is what Star Wars has always been. It's just incest.
In a way, yeah, because then you look back on the old.
I see you guys.
What was it?
Leia and Luke?
No, I forgot what movie. What was it called? Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, it's Empire.
Empire Strikes Back. When Leia kissed Luke and it was like, what? And then you find out that's her brother. And you're like, but like, that was the most awkward scene ever. And I remember I was like, wait, are they going to kiss? And I was like, they wouldn't do that. No, never. And I was looking at my friend. I was like whispering. I was like, bro, it looks like they're going to kiss. And then he was like, no, and right when he was about to say, there's no way. Boom. And everybody in the theater went, what the hell? Dude. And I was like,
yeah.
I just sat there like, and then also, well, I don't want to go back into it, bro. I'm just saying, like, that was so weird.
It was rough. That movie sucks.
So weird.
We could talk about the movie forever.
Yeah.
I'm all the Sith. I'm all the Jedi. Like, what are we doing here? They fly now. Like, come on, dude. They've been flying since the Clone Wars. Like, so bad. It's so bad. But we shouldn't talk about Star Wars anymore. We should move on to Ballerina. I couldn't think of a transition.
I mean, if we talking about really good, like, franchises, let's talk about one that's still on the roll.
John Wick, dude. John Wick. Freaking John Wick, dude. That movie. We'll talk full spoilers, but first let's do let's do like just general review really fast. Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Because I feel like,
Go for it.
Give yourself a little break.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here's my review for Ballerina. I'm giving it between a 7 or 8. I'm going to say a 7 point. Like, I'm pretty high on it, but I'm just for the sake of the game and where I think my scales work, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Excellent movie.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Very strong. Ana de Armas kills it. I wasn't with her in the beginning. It took me a second to warm up to her, but I did. Like, near the middle, I was like, okay, never mind. I really vibe with you. You're a fantastic, like, John Wick character. She's so strong, and I love that she isn't just girl John Wick. She's very distinctly different.
Oh, yeah.
Even if, like, the motives are similar, in the fighting style, in the way she acted, it was very different, and I really like that. Especially because they come from the same place.
Yeah.
But in the moves, really fast, just one thing before I like go back to general. It's not really a spoiler. I love that even when she moved, it was like she was a ballerina. They do a lot of things where like the way she moves, when she turns around, she does the ballerina thing. And I just thought that was a really cool touch. Like just something I appreciated.
Yeah.
But this movie was excellent. The action is great. The story is good. It's nothing crazy. I don't think it's the best we've gotten. I think realistically, this movie is probably the worst of all the John Wick movies.
But it's still good.
But it's still good. It's a high bar. You know, it's a very high bar. So I think this movie does that. It hits the action. The story's pretty good. It takes some big swings, which I respect. I don't think it fully commits to them in a way that I would have liked. Like there's some reveals later, some twists here and there that kind of hit, but then like they don't sit with them. The consequences don't really like actually like lead to anything crazy.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, oh, this is the thing. It feels like a twist for twist's sake, like just to keep you interested, which I don't even think that really this movie needed. But I respect it. I like the idea of it. I just kind of wish it was executed better. What else? Yeah, Ana de Armas is great. All the characters were great. Norman Reedus, I wish got a little bit more love. I wish he was in the movie a little more. I would have loved to see him do some John Wicky things. He briefly does it, but he doesn't really do it. And then, dude, I just want to shout out, like, we'll talk in-depth spoilers, but really fast before I close. The final section, so great. It's so great.
That was insane,
And let me just say, why is there no John Wick video game? Like, what are we doing?
I literally was saying that in theater.
Every single movie, Phil. I'm watching this. I'm like, that's a video game. This is literally a video game. The
really
way
is.
like they get to fight and then the music hits and then it's just them like this is like I could play this right now.
Oh yeah.
This is I think the closest. If you guys want video game recommendations that can maybe feel like John Wick, Sifu is a fantastic game, and Uncharted 4.
Yep.
Those are like the two closest things you're gonna get. Different vibes, different styles, but one's a run gun, shooty, the other one's a kung fu, ba. You know?
Shooty.
So if you need something like that, like that's where I'd say go look for. But give me a video game, dude. I think they said they're making one. I forgot what team. I think they said it was AAA, whatever.
Did they say?
I think they did.
Oh yeah.
So I would hope so. Please, Phil, give me your general review. We'll go full spoilers because I really want to talk about this movie, and we have 18 minutes.
Got you. It's a high 7 out of 10 for me.
Let's go. I love it.
A high 7 out of 10. Like I was very impressed. I was kind of low on this movie because I thought they were gonna, I thought they were gonna build Eve up as the next John Wick, and then just try to make it like, oh, this is seamless, and then I was gonna be like, no, I don't see it, but I love this movie also because it's not just that. I think I said in my review too. If you guys should watch it, like my real fast
check it out
review. I loved how resourceful she was. I loved how she was crafting a whole bunch of different things.
Yes,
and this is
true.
a spoiler. These are spoilers just for you. Like she was crafting a lot of different things, making weapons, and I thought that was really cool. I thought the knife duct tape to the gun.
I want to talk about that.
That was cool.
I geeked.
That was
I actually
unbelievable.
geeked really hard. I was like, oh yeah, do it. I got so excited.
I just thought it was really cool because I was watching the John Wick movies again. And one thing I love about John Wick, and I was talking to my friend about it, I was like, because it was his first time watching these John Wick movies. We got to 3. We're watching 4, I think, this week later to finish it off. But we literally said to ourselves, we were like, John Wick, if we go back and see a younger Keanu Reeves, could he play Batman? Just because of how focused John Wick is and how like he is. I'm like, if you think about it, John Wick is a way more violent killing Batman.
Yeah.
A way more violent killing Batman because he's just so focused. He's always focused. And I love, this is what I'm getting at. I love how he fights. I love how he's always like, he could be really far away or could be really close, but whenever he has a body around him, if he senses that there are other people around that are about to shoot him, he won't take care of that body that's around his arm or like.
Yeah, he'll take care of everyone else.
He will take care of everybody else and he will finish the guy off right there. So with her, I loved that her crafting that knife into a handgun, and when she would stab somebody, if she sent somebody else around, she'd turn the body and shoot them and it'd be stuck to that person, and then she'd stab that person again and be like, boom, boom. I was like, wow, that was insanely smart. Like, insanely. And it was a cool weapon. I was like, I would never think to strap like a stinking knife to the bottom of my magazine or something. That's cool. And then the skates scene that was she
These
like,
are on nunchucks. Yeah.
yeah,
Very
she
cool.
she would grab anything and use it as a weapon. I respect that. I was like, yo,
Very
like,
resourceful, as opposed to I feel like John Wick. Sorry. Go.
yeah. I mean, with John Wick, I mean, he will do that, but I think that him overall, he knows that he can win in a fist fight because that's how he's trained. Like, and I think that's one of the reasons why. And everybody winced in the theater when the woman said this at the beginning of the movie, and I winced a little bit too, but it made sense later. She said, "Don't fight like them, fight like a girl."
Yeah.
And
Cheat.
instantly, huh?
Yeah, she's like cheat, like
Yeah.
do whatever you can.
Yeah,
Take
do whatever
advantage.
you can. And I think that the way the movie translated that, as in like use your brain, use your smarts, and it was like, okay, well, I can't win in a fist fight like John Wick because I'm not as like strong as him or as big as him. I gotta use what's around me.
Yeah.
So I think that her being able to craft stuff and use that around her,
Yeah.
really good way to play it off.
Yeah, that plays
Really
into
good
like
way.
what I'm saying with like she being like significantly more like very distinct from John Wick. She isn't just girl John Wick.
Yeah.
She's her own character. She's Eve.
Exactly.
You know? Like, yeah, she's super resourceful. She fights like a girl. She can't. And look, this is what I love. Is like realistically, like if we're being honest, if there was a buff dude, she wasn't gonna beat him like just straight up.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that the movie's able to recognize that and not like, look, I have to suspend my disbelief for all of these movies. Like, there's no way this. I like that this movie took steps to like be like, no, she's gonna be different. She's
Yeah.
not gonna be one girl again, like one girl army. That's what John Wick is.
Yeah.
She's very much like she struggles a little bit. She gets beat up. I feel
Oh,
like a
yeah.
lot more than John Wick does. But she keeps getting back up and she freaking murders, bro.
And she's always figuring out a way to get out of those situations.
Yes, it's awesome.
Another thing I wanted to bring up was what's it called? It was just on my mind. Wait, it's coming to me. Continue real quick while I think about it. I'm sorry.
Well, let's go full spoilers now. I mean, we kind of already touched on it, but I want to sort of get into some of the stuff I thought. Let's break down the movie from like start to be end or first to last. I kind of want to go through the fight scenes though, mainly because this is just like what I was geeking about the whole time. First off, the one where in the nightclub where she uses the rubber bullets and she's fighting with the ice on the floor. I'm like, dude, whose idea was it to make a club that's with ice on the floor? That sounds incredibly dangerous.
James Bond.
But anyways, sick. It was such a cool fight. I didn't love the rubber bullets. Like I wish people got murdered.
Yeah.
But I was cool with it because the scene was sick. The music in this whole movie was great.
It was really good.
It was so good. And I just loved. I love that she was able to figure out a way to kill these dudes. Like it wouldn't stop her. She was constantly focused. Flash forward to probably my favorite fight in the movie is the grenade fight.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was, I think, one of the most creative fights this series has had.
Oh yeah.
She basically just uses grenades.
Yeah, because she was trying to look for everything and nothing. Every gun that she had or that was available to her had no bullets in them. So she was like, "What can I use next?" And then she found the grenades, and she was like, "I can work with this." I was like, "That was cool."
Dude, she strips the thing on her chest. She has when she freaking like puts the grenade in his mouth, punches him in the face, and then like closes it. Sick.
That was
but
nuts.
What was cooler was when she unpins all the grenades on the jacket.
Yep.
Ties around the dude and goes down. Like I was alone. It was like me, and then everyone else in the theater was like scattered, and I was just like. Like what? No way! I was so happy, dude. That was sick. That was a really cool scene. I think that was probably a highlight for me. Aside from, I think this movie probably has or does the most interesting thing a John Wick movie has done, and it was the final area where everyone is against her. That was so cool. Like in the village, everyone was a problem.
That village was cool, bro.
That's
I ain't gonna lie.
I think that might be one of the coolest locations in a John Wick movie. But I think that's the coolest like thing one of these movies has done. It's one of the coolest things one of these movies have done.
Well, I mean, Excommunicado, John Wick 3.
Like cool. That's what I'm saying. Like. Yeah, it's a similar thing, but think about it like this. It's like you go in and there's an expectation of, everyone's hunting John Wick. Like, you get that.
Yeah.
And it was a massive surprise.
Oh, because
it was you're there and you're just like, these people are normal.
Yeah.
There's towns are getting coffee, and then the guy pulls up and just starts blasting. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like, you were not slick. But then, like, she goes up to the kitchen lady and she's like, I'm not gonna hurt you. And then she starts to like kill him, and I'm like,
I was like,
wait,
whoa.
what's going on? Like, and then like, why can't she fight? Like, what's happening? And then everyone starts attacking.
And then you're like, what the heck?
So, like, yeah, you're right about the excommunicado thing. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
This was different, though, because I think the surprise was there. There's a surprise factor.
It.
Yeah, this was like, you understand there's a bounty on his head and everyone's after him. This, it was like she pulls up here, and there's like a weird mystery behind like everyone that goes there dies, but it's like this normal town.
Yep.
What the heck? No, everyone. And like the little like
everyone was strapped.
things that
the
were all
moms
the
were strapped. The
yes,
dads
and like
were strapped.
they teach the kids at a young age too.
Oh, yeah.
Like in all their playgrounds, there's like
a target practice thing.
Yes, it's so cool. I was obsessed with that. That literally felt like a video game. That literally just straight up felt like
That
Resident
was
Evil 4.
nuts.
Oh, another game, Resident Evil 4, guys. Play Resident Evil 4. That's if you wanna feel like John Wick, Resident Evil 4. But yeah, I thought it was a fantastic final area, and that leads perfectly into the flamethrower fight, which was so good, dude.
That was so cool.
This movie was just incredible. I really liked it a lot. I wish they did a little bit more with the girl,
Her sister? Or are you talking about
the Norman Reedus' kid.
Oh, her. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they did a little more with that. Yeah, I kind of just thought the movie was gonna pivot in like a direction. I thought Norman Reedus was gonna die, and then she was gonna have to take care of this kid.
Oh, that would have been cool.
I thought that would have been cool for a character in the John Wick universe. I feel like we see that a lot in media, but I don't think that's something we've ever seen in John Wick.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a really cool concept. But yeah, and then the sister thing too. I thought they kind of like fumbled on.
Yeah, that was very out of the blue.
Out of the blue and short-lived.
And it was like, why mention that if you're just going to kill her off?
Exactly.
Maybe just have them do a cool fight and be like, yo, like, I knew your mother, yada, yada, yada. And the next thing you know, boom, when she's about to learn about her mother. But don't make it about, like, if you're going to make her a sister, let her live and then do a whole thing where they're both sisters who are assassins. I would have loved that.
Yeah, and like,
I would have loved that.
Like, have her be the antagonist the whole movie. Like, that would have been cool.
Exactly.
But, like, she kind of just shows up, goes away, and then comes back. And it's like, oh, cool, I guess. And then she dies. And I'm like, all right.
It would have been cool if we could lead up to that, too. Be like, why does she look so recognizable? Why does she have this little charm? Like,
like little hints at it. That
little
nice.
hints. Like, or, I don't know. I just wish that she was way more connected to the movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, can we talk about the one thing that really made me like the movie? John Wick coming in.
Oh, dude.
All the aura that he had.
Oh, dude. Okay, so the marketing showed him.
Yeah.
But he was in the movie.
Bro.
Like, they gave him a full fight. 2 fights.
Bro. You know what I also
good.
love about that movie so much? They honored him so well.
They do.
They honored him. When he comes in, he's just like, do you really want to do this? And you're thinking, oh, she's probably going to whoop his butt, but then, like, not kill him, and then it's going to be good. No. John Wick comes in.
Dude, he wins every time.
He's like, just leave.
Just go.
Leave. Just go.
Oh, my gosh.
And then he's like, not even pulling his gun out. And then right when he does, he's like, all right, do you really want to die here? Do you really want to die here? Because I can do it. I can off you right now. I'm John freaking Wick. Do you want to do it? And she's just like, you know what? Maybe you are. And then she pleads with him like he killed my father. And then he instantly understands. But I just love how he comes in. You can tell he's like, this is some BS. Like, come on, bro. Like, let me take you back because you don't want to deal with these people. And it's just like,
I love that, yeah.
Bro, I just love how they kept him, like, they showed him, like, you know, like, he's still John Wick. Like, he's still, like, she trained in the same spot, but she's still new to this.
Yeah.
Like, he has experience.
He's the Baba Yaga. Like, that's his own legacy.
Yeah.
Like, that's him. And, again, it plays into this distinctness where, like, she isn't just female John Wick. She isn't just John Wick, but better.
Yeah.
She lost every single time to John Wick, but she kept getting back up.
Yeah.
She kept fighting. And also, John Wick is the one-man army, I feel like, and she's the resourceful, like, trying to... Because even in that fight, she's, like, trying to cling onto whatever she has, and it's just not doing nothing, because, like, he's John Wick. And they never butcher his character. I love that you said that. They never butcher his character. He is John Wick the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not because it's her movie she has to win.
Yeah.
It's no, he wins. He beat her 4 times. Like, he could have killed her.
He could have killed her so many times,
I kind of thought he would.
bro.
Can I be honest? Part of me kind of wanted him to.
No.
It wouldn't have made sense. I just thought that would have been cool. Like, that would have been, like,
cool
such a sick, like, whoa.
Imagine he ends this thing a movie and he's so focused. He's just like, it's midnight, boom.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, I told you until midnight.
So good, dude. That movie was fan-freaking-tastic.
Also the scene where he's on top of that little tower and he's a sniper and then and then people come up.
And they give him a full fight scene, dude.
He
They
gets
give him a full fight scene.
Bro, everybody in my theater went nuts when he started killing everybody. They were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then that scene where it's like, oh, it's John Wick. And then the one woman's like, oh, it's just one man. And then boom, boom.
Yeah.
I was like,
fantastic.
he's still him.
fantastic.
I love John Wick, bro.
Yeah.
I love this whole series, and I love that Ballerina continued the great action scenes run it's been on, because there's so many great action scenes that they keep leveling up on. Like, I think the flamethrower fight was definitely something I think there's a trope that they keep doing that's really cool. Like, you know how in John Wick 4, there was that the camera goes up and he's shooting with those explosive rounds.
Shotgun.
Yes,
Yeah.
the fireburst shotgun. And then this one, it was the flamethrower. And they shot that one really well, too. Like, all the people she was firing on. And even in John Wick 2 and 1, I believe there were scenes... Oh, John Wick 2 was just a tunnel where he was shooting with that...
the shotgun.
The shotgun.
Yeah.
And then John Wick 1 was just the
that
club.
fight, dude.
Like, I love how every single movie... They are always, and the weapon experts, I think there should be a ranking list of the weapon experts, people explaining.
Oh, when they like give a yes, dude,
I
those
love
are my
those
favorite.
scenes.
When she goes to like in all the movies, when he goes to like the what do you call it? Like the dealer. I'm gonna call him the dealer. When he shows up and he's just like, all right, this 45 rounds. This is that. This is this. I'm like, this is cool. And then he's suiting up.
Yeah.
I think John Wick does it cooler because they didn't give Eve any time to like actually suit up because like things go bad. I love when he's putting the knives in. He's like doing this. He has the gun.
Yep.
It's so cool. It's so cool, dude.
But I love when he's checking the weapons. I love how he's
Yeah,
checking them. Like that scene, I think it was in John Wick 2 where he flips the gun with one hand to load it because he's holding somebody. He just flips it, checks it, boom, boom. I was like,
I'm gonna watch these movies. Yeah, I need to. I was saying like I was watching the movie. I was like, I need to watch these movies again. Like, they're just again so good to watch. They're so fun to watch.
It's just so well detailed, and I love how they make it so realistic because he's reloading the guns. It's not like he's firing 60 rounds.
Yeah, they keep track of his bullets. I love that.
They keep track of the bullets, and I love and respect it, bro. I love and respect that they are like addicted to making it as real as possible. Even though sometimes, when he's falling down the steps or falling off a height, it's wacky. But I love how they stick to no, he is a real character that we're trying to get everybody the feel, and we're gonna stick to this.
There's an attention to detail there that I feel like you don't get in a whole lot of action movies. That I feel like these movies just understand.
I just can't wait for that Kane spinoff, and I can't wait for the stinking
John Wick 5.
John Wick 5.
Yeah, I'm ready. Like again, I always talk about how much I don't like franchising these things. I would have loved John Wick to be just one movie, but I love 2.
Oh yeah,
I really like 3, and I adore 4. Ballerina, I really like. Like, I can't complain when they're hating, you know? Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, man, I don't want this to exist. Like, whatever, they're great. No, they're good, so I can't be mad. But, like, I could watch these movies for the rest of my life and be so fine. They could make John Wick 10. This is the rare example where I could say, they could go to John Wick 10, and I'll be like, yeah, just keep doing it. Just keep it giving me, you know?
One interesting question I wanted to ask you, and this is from somebody who...
For the record, we have 3 minutes.
Okay, real quick. All right? Quick question. Can the John Wick franchise survive without John Wick?
Yes.
Okay.
Not even a question. Why? I don't think you need him. I just think, like, this movie is a testament to that. And John Wick 4 especially is a testament to that. There are so many cooler characters that you can show off and have movies with that could be just as good, if not better, than John Wick. Maybe nothing will ever be John Wick. No one will be John Wick, but that's okay because he's a legacy. He's like, oh, that's him. He's the Baba Yaga. Like that, you don't mess with John Wick. But to have characters in this really cool assassin world, you could do it fine.
Exactly.
It's not a James Bond where you need someone to take on the mantle of James Bond, but this is almost like a Star Wars, let's just say, where you can have other characters do other things that are like similar to that, and it works.
All right. I like it. But anyways, guys.
Outro it.
This was the Film Podcast, and I think that was a really good episode. But make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Please subscribe. We've been going with the content.
Do it.
We really want you guys to check it out. And we want to keep making this content for you guys. But please add us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. We have the links down below for you. I'm Film. This is ABB, a.k.a. Isaiah Ramia. And we out. Peace.
Let's bounce.